behalf of the Shore Conference of High Schools, we welcome you to Lacey Township High School. Today your Lions host the Mustangs of Brick Memorial. The Shore Conference believes sportsmanship is an expectation, so let the players play, let the coaches coach, let the officials officiate, and let the spectators be positive. This is the philosophy of the Shore Conference of High School. Promoting good sportsmanship is the primary purpose of high school athletics. All members of the Shore Conference remind you that interscholastic events are an extension of the classroom, and that lessons are best learned when proper respect is accorded to all. Please let your good sportsmanship show during the game. Thank you for your cooperation, and enjoy today's contest. Brick Memorial won the toss and will defer to the second half. At this time, we ask that you all please rise and honor America as the Lacey Township High School Band plays our national anthem. The officials for today's game, referee is John Mullen, the umpire is John Devaney, linesman is Bob Baccarelli, line judge Dave Federer, field judge.
Good afternoon, everybody. This is WLTS TV on this beautiful Saturday afternoon here in the Lions Den. It is the Lacey Lions hosting the Brick Memorial Mustangs. We were supposed to play last night, but the weather took over that game, and now we are here on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. We're looking right back to before we went under the lights, as this was the usual for us. It was Saturday afternoons. But to introduce myself, I am Keith O'Neill. Alongside me and our long-awaited guest, Jake Morales. Jake, how are we doing today?
I'm doing great today, Keith. Here to watch some great Lacey football. You know, it's a bummer that it got rained out, but we get to have some old vintage Lacey football back. The sun's out, beautiful weather, and we're looking to roll.
This is one of the biggest games for the Lions this year. They had the outright win, 42-0 against the Pineland Wildcats. Lions are Brick Memorial won the coin toss, so the Lions will receive first.
And they're looking to make a strong defensive start after a tough loss against Southern, 28-13, dropping them to 0-2. And it's a big statement game for both teams. They haven't played in a while. It's kind of renewing a rivalry, and it should be a good game of football.
So we'll look to have this as a big game for Lacey. And we'll have the kickoff. Mike Ochigrosso will kick it off. It'll go to the right side, out of bounds.
And they're going to start the ball with the 35.
So Lions are going to look to make some noise as taking the field is their offense. They had like I said before, 42-0 out route against Pinelands. We will look at their last game stats. Brunati had a touchdown pass last game throwing 50 yards and an interception. Abode with a huge rushing touchdown. Abode has been one of the biggest names so far in these past 2 games that he's played. And
oh, and it's great because he came here playing quarterback. He was a good quarterback growing up in youth, and he moved to receiver, and he's using athleticism to make great plays and make good catches, and he's probably been our most important offensive weapon other than Granite and Ty.
And not only just receiver, but he's even getting a couple carries, too, that gains him some yards.
A big jet sweep guy.
We are underway on this Saturday afternoon. Bernardi will take the snap. He'll hand it off to Jensen, who will go up the middle, and he will tackle down in a gain of about 6 yards.
And this is why Jensen is just a tank. He runs through, finds the hole, is very patient, and is able to break tackles and make good gains.
Jensen having a great year as well. He had a rushing touchdown in his last game against Pinelands.
Now, Jensen's always been a team-first guy. I've been playing with him most of my life, and he's always wanted to win, and he's always wanted to make the team better.
As Jensen also, like we were talking about with Abode, he has also been one of the bigger impacts this year with Lacey, as he's gotten a decent amount of carries and 44 yards through 7 carries and a touchdown last game. So Brunati will take the snap. He'll hand it off to Jensen again, who will roll out to the right side. He tries to break away a couple tackles, but can't really get anywhere with that one.
And that was just line miscommunication, and someone might have been late in the pull, and the linebackers just filled it up, and we're looking at third and a medium now.
So they just lost a yard on that one, so it'll be around 3rd and 3.
And you mentioned how Bode's a great receiver talent. They've had some good kids who have joined. Matt McClung, who's new to football. He's been playing very well, very good possession guy. Roselle, who's a transfer from South. He's been making some big plays. And Hool, who's had some senior leadership and who's been around here for a while and knows his playbook in and out. And we have a great offense, and last week really showed that we can come out with a tough loss against Manchester. We had a great showing, and 3rd down, we see what we got here.
So the Lions looking to convert the 3rd down as Jensen will try to go up the middle, but the Brick Memorial defense will shut them down, as that is huge for them. As actually last year that was one of their bigger problems, is their coach Walt Curry was talking about. He said we have to do a better job at stopping the run and tackling in general. Also have to do a better job on 3rd down defense, and
that's what they did right there.
Exactly.
And they're sending the Lions out to punt.
So Lions are forced to punt now, as we'll have Dom Terracone as their punter. In the back end, we have Archie Barksdale for Brick Memorial, and he has been a big name for them. The punt is up. Pretty good punt. It goes to the left side. Slowly rolling just around the 29-yard line. So Lions defense will take the field along with the offense of Brick Memorial, as we'll look at their offense, as I was just talking about Akee Barksdale. And he has been a huge name and a big part of their culture for Southern Regional. Coming off a 28-13 loss against Southern Regional. Against Southern Regional. Last year they went 3-6, but Barksdale 39 carries with 524 rushing yards, 8 touchdowns, and then along just his rushing yards, 342 receiving yards and a touchdown.
Oh, he's a tremendous athlete, and if Brick wants to win this game, they're going to have to look for him early and often. But they're going to have to look after this Lions defense, so it's definitely the strong suit of their team, playing great against Manchester and Pinelands.
So the snap is taken out. It'll go to the right side. Number 7 is going to break through. He's down the sideline already. He's going all the way. It's a foot race down the sideline. He's going all the way. Tobia is going to track down, and he'll get him. Just a big tackle from Tobia, but a huge gain already from TJ MacArthur, and that is, once again, he's been a big name for them, the speedster kid.
I mean, a great hustle by Toby, able to bring him down before he scored, but defensive breakdown, he was able to run right through, and
so already one play and a gain of around 70 yards as
already first and goal.
Brick Memorial already in the red zone now. So a big scoring opportunity for Brick Memorial now, as TJ MacArthur has been a big name for them as well. He was the running back from last year. He had 354 yards through 61 carries. Got the start at quarterback for this year. He's looking to do some big things.
Let's see what this defense can do to stop him. First and goal right here.
Hand off to Barksdale, who's going to go to the left side, breaks in. Touchdown, Brick Memorial.
Like I said, if you want to win, you got to go early and often. Look what they did. Jet sweep right up the bat. Now they're up 6-0.
So Brick Memorial in 2 plays drives all the way downfield from around the 29-yard line on their own side, and they're in, and they're already up 6-0.
Very surprising. Like I said, this defense was the strong suit in their team, held Pinelands to 0, and was good against Manchester for the majority of the game. They just let up a big play, and it's early in the game, so we can see how it goes. But as of right now, very impressive first drive by Brick. Right down the field in 2 plays.
So they're 2 big stars making the big 2 plays as a kick is down for the extra point. It is good. And Brick Memorial's up 7-0 through the first 2 plays for their offense. So after the shutdown on defense, which was huge for them, which is something that they needed to rebound off of from last year, they did that perfectly against Lacey. And through 2 plays, drive all the way down, get a touchdown out of it by their big name, Archie Barksdale, so that'll add.
Like I said, they're mad. They want to get their first win. They're out for blood. They haven't been here in a while, and they want to make a statement. I'm sure a lot of people thinking because they're 0-2, they have no shot, but this is a very competitive football team. This is going to be a very, very competitive football game throughout.
3 touchdowns for Barksdale this year. He had a rushing touchdown last game against Southern Regional. So as we're already right back to kickoff for Lacey side, or for Brick Memorial side, as they'll kick it off to Lacey.
We got a Bode and Granite back to return, 2 electrifying returners, very fast, very strong, very good athletes.
And
I wouldn't want to kick to them if I were Brick.
Abode's and Granite's names have been said a lot throughout our streams, but how can you not say it a lot when yet they've been huge impacts for them?
Well, yeah, Granite, he came from the scene sophomore year, was a starter. When our starting running back went down, he made a big impact right from the get-go, led the team in rushing. I think midway to his sophomore year, he was like 5th in the state in rushing. And he's just been a workhorse. He was hurt last year, and he's looking to have a very good year this year because he's a little bit angry, so justly so.
2 touchdowns for Granite last game against Pinelands, and he's been big too with 59 yards on over 5 carries, and then had a couple receiving yards too with 34.
No, this was definitely his big break. He had a big breakout game, and he needed it to boost confidence for this team.
So it's 6-0. Brick Memorial will kick it off. Refs are blowing the whistle to stop some sort of play. And you'll see what the whistle stoppage was for. So a big jump 7-0 start for Brick Memorial on around a 70-yard rush by MacArthur. And then a quick running touchdown by Archie Barksdale.
And now what the Lions really need to get back in this game is use their leadership. They have a lot of seniors coming back and their quarterback, Noah Bernardi, a junior, who is an absolute sensation. An amazing sophomore year last year, throwing for 10 touchdowns. He had a little bit of a rough week against Manchester, came back, had a really good game, throwing a touchdown against Pinelands. And let's see how he can get control and show his true leadership against this defense.
So we'll have another kickoff. It'll go to Abode. It will go to the right side. He's going to break a couple. He's going to try to fight his way around, and he does get a little bit, and he's at the Lacey 30.
I know most people won't catch that, but number 58, Brendan Subsey, laying a big block.
Oh, and that's the big thing for these young kids around sophomores. Around a lot of sophomores, juniors, seniors for the Lions varsity team.
All right, there are a lot of great young talent on this team. They've been maturing and playing together for years, and they've been coached well. They've always had a great coaching staff with Coach Tupiello, Coach D'Amico, Coach V, always been coaching them, and obviously the offensive coordinator, Warren Smith.
And Jake, you have seen you used to be a player for this Lacey team, and you know how their scheme has been. You know all these players, and you told me before game like this team has a young, bright future.
Absolutely, with Scotty and Ty in the backfield, you can do anything. As he breaks big right now, and he's going to get the first down.
And Jensen with a big rushes. That is nothing new for him lately. He's been absolutely phenomenal for them. Getting to around the 45. I think he was down at just about the 44.
And the convenient thing about this Lacey offense if Jensen gets tired, just put in Granite and plug in the workhorse.
So first down conversion off the rip for Lacey.
And that's a great way to open the drive. It's a confidence booster. Let's see what they do here in second down. As they're lining up the I formation again.
As Lions have also been looking around to build their offensive linemen with Damian O'Loughlin, Joe Kolaczyk being in that mix. Brunei takes a snap, hands it off to Jensen again, who will try and go up the middle, gains around 1 or 2 yards.
And Joe Kolaczyk and O'Loughlin, they were both sophomore starters. They know what it's like to play on the stage as young guys. And they're both very impressive athletes. And along with the rest of the offensive line, with Nick Povey and Christina, with the seniors, they've been together for a while. They've always made sure that the line's been strong. And let's see if they can hold their blocks today and give Noah some time to throw.
So Brick Memorial's big highlight for this game is they're trying to get their defense back to in places. As we saw from the first Lions drive, their defense looked pretty stellar right there.
Oh yeah, their linebackers contained and they went where they had to go.
And that was their big focus heading into this 2020 season. So Brunani will take the snap. He'll fake the handoff. He's going to roll out to the left side. It'll be a overthrow to Scotty Stevens.
Just missed on that one.
Just out of the reach for Scotty Stevens. Stevens has been another big name for Lacey's success.
Stevens has been a Bull since his freshman year. He came up, showed a great dedication and heart, absolute animal on the field, great instinct, very smart. And I look to see a lot from him today, both sides of the ball.
Exactly, and he's defense and offense. I said this in last stream against their Manchester game. Both defense and offense is just an animal. And that's just one of the biggest things for Lacey is the fact that he's such a big name on both sides. So 3rd and 7 for Lacey. They look to convert this 3rd down.
And the I-form formation.
Brunei will take the snap. He'll fake the handoff. He'll go to the outside. Abode will not be able to get 2 hands on that one, and he'll drop it as that will be it as the Brick Memorial defense shuts down the Lacey offense. And we're going right back to...
Well, I'll tell you, Brick couldn't have played that much better. It was a good ball by Bernardi, good location, but number 3 just laid a boom, good hit, good coverage.
Number 3,
and the punt team's going out again.
Number 3 being Jason Janikowski, the senior for this year, 170 pounds, and he's also been a big name for that Brick Memorial defense. So Terracombe will punt the ball. He will fumble it a little bit, but then he'll go out again and punt it away as Barksdale's back there.
And a good Lacey
It'll bounce around the 12-yard line, so a nice punt by Terracombe after not being able to get a good handle on it.
Now let's see if this defense can make up for themselves after the first drive. Like I said, there's still a very strong defense, a very good defensive line with Gerard O'Connor anchoring it. He didn't play last year due to some issues, but he was his sophomore year, started right from the get-go and made a big impact. And let's see what we can do today.
And they're going to see if they can hold up against, and they're going to try and bulldoze through their way against the Brick Memorial offensive line with David Suba being their senior lineman who's been on varsity for 3 of the 4 years. Brett Baxter along there, Jabari Gabarni, Tymir Randolph. So after a booming start for their offense, they're going to start it right back up. MacArthur takes a snap, fakes the handoff, tries to go up the middle.
They played perfectly.
And the
Ty Jensen come up with the tackle.
And the defense coming up great is, thanks for filling me in on that one, Jake, as I couldn't be able to see it. And now Jensen got the tackle on that. So only a gain of about 1 yard as MacArthur trying to do it himself again, but it can't get around the Lacey defensive line.
And they got to look going deep, too. We have some speedsters in the secondary with Zach Stroyan, the track star. Andrew Tobio has always been a speedster. Michael Abode is a natural athlete. And they got to look out for going deep. It's going to be good. And
them going deep in general with their good, like we were just talking about, Jason Janikowski, who's good on both sides of the ball, along with JT Henderson, who is a speedster as well.
It's going to be a test for these guys.
Brick Memorial looking to get their play going. MacArthur takes a snap, fakes the handoff to Barksdale. He'll try and go up the middle once again, but doesn't get much as Scotty Stevens was on the tackle for that one. Big name for Lacey, as we were just talking about again, is he's going to be another big highlight. So around 3rd and 6 to go for Brick Memorial. It looks like there's a player down on the field. So with the player down, we're going to have to take our silence for that one. And we're going to hope he's okay. So this is WLTS TV. This is WLTS TV, as we just got back from that injury timeout. It was Sam Mazzarelli. He was able to get up and walk himself off the field, so we're going to hope he is okay.
Yeah, at the end of the day, safety is the #1 concern, and let's hope he can get back into this game.
So around a 3rd and 5 to go for Brick Memorials. They're going to look to convert it.
Brick lines up in the shotgun formation. They're sending 8 on the sweep.
TJ MacArthur looking to get something going as they're going to try and convert this 3rd down. As he'll take the snap, hands it off to Barksdale, who will break through the right side. He will get tripped up and taken down on a huge tackle by Scotty Stevens.
Who else?
And a great play by that Lacey defense, being Scotty Stevens. And I think we said his name so much to the point where it's just the first thing that comes off to the top of our mouth is Scotty Stevens' name, and that's another thing that he can just do so well, just be able to tackle so well and get some good.
And they seem to be sending out the punt team on 4th and 1. Strange decision. If you were the Brick coach, what would you be doing in this situation? Because they're faced with what Lacey was doing. They're 4th and short, close to plus territory, and they're deciding to kick it away.
We'll have to see what they're going to do. I mean, anything could happen at this point. But to Scotty Stevens, I mean, 40 tackles last year with 3 sacks and a fumble force, and that's just all the strength that he has.
At 15 years old, too.
15, 16 years old for Scotty Stevens, being around 228 pounds, 6'1".
Well, I've been playing with that kid for a while. He's always been team first, always the hardest worker in the room, first person to go, last person to leave.
So there's a flag on the field. Not sure what the flag was. We'll have to see in a second.
Looks like an illegal shift.
Yep, yeah, and that'll
they're
move.
backing up Brick 5 yards.
Yeah, that'll move him back a little bit. So at this point now, there's really no room for them to do any sort of kind of like trick play at this point. I think they're gonna have to just look to punt the ball no matter what.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we can assure that Lacey's getting the ball back. And it's Lacey's turn to take advantage. They're probably going to have good field position after this, and let's see how Coach Smith can work.
So the snap, the punt is straight up in the air. It'll drop and go out of bounds at just around the 45, 46 yard line, or maybe the 44 yard line. So the Lacey defense being able to shut down Brick Memorials. That's a big rebound off of their big scoring chance right there.
Oh yeah, very good. After I can assure a little bit of confidence was killed after a big gash play, but they held strong, they played good, and now Lacey has the ball back in very good field territory.
And that's just their bench presence, because knowing a lot of these kids, they have an incredible bench presence for Lacey, and they can pick all of each other's up. And
they've always had just good communication, good leadership. They've always been great friends, always been a good they always have each other's back, and they trust each other, and that's why they're making plays out in the field today. As they send Hool in motion.
That'll be handoff to Granite up the middle, who is just going to get around 5 yards, maybe 4 on that one. And Chase Granite's strength of him breaking up the middle.
Good opening play for him. Hopefully we can see more of that. Just good 3 or 4 yard plays. That's all you need. Just chew clock. That's all you need to do.
So Lacey just only being able to get 4 or 5 off that one, which any yard at this point counts for them, as they're going to look to drive downfield as they're already in Brick Memorial zone off the punt, and a big penalty against Brick Memorial that actually possibly caused them to be in this zone. So Lacey going to look to do something on 2nd and 6 in formation.
Hool goes into motion again.
Brunati takes a snap, fakes the handoff, rolls outside. He'll just throw it quickly to Granite, who's down the sideline already at the 40, the 20, the 10. He's going to try and get away from a tackle. He does, and he is tackled down, and he is just down at the 1 yard line.
And I'll tell you, the elusiveness of this kid, he's strong, he's fast, he can make anyone look silly. Great decision by Noah, and Granite really just did the rest, and now they're at the 1 yard line. See if we can punch it in from here.
The speed and the strength of Chase Granite gets them down, and they're at the 1 yard line, so Lions in a huge scoring position right now to possibly look to tie this game.
Yep.
So a big run by Granite, as he was just inches away from getting the ball across the end zone. So we'll see what the Lions are going to look to do 1st and goal. In motion. Brunati takes a snap, hands it off. Stevens up the middle. He is in. Touchdown Lions.
That's the way to get back into this game. Big play by Granite, and just give it up to your big man right at the 1 yard line. There's no one stopping him.
Immediately, we're back in business for Lacey. And a big run and a big drive downfield is led by Chase Granite and Scotty Stevens. And once again, like we were talking about, their big names for this offense. So Lions put this game into a 1-point differential, looking to tie it with this extra point by Jack Burrell. And Jack Burrell with 22 PATs. Kick is down. It is good. We're all tied up here on the Saturday afternoon, 7-7 in the first quarter, with 3 minutes and 39 seconds left. And let's just look throughout this entire scheme as Lacey defense being able to get around the Brick Memorial offense after having a huge run play that scored the first touchdown of this game, and then getting right back into business with a quick flip pass to Chase Granite, who broke through just about a foot or two off from crossing the ball across the end zone, and then just doing a quick handoff to their big fullback, Scotty Stevens.
Well, I'm pretty sure Coach V had a word or two to say with him after that drive, and it said some confidence in him.
And I think not only just the fact that Stevens was able to get across, but I think a lot of it has to do with the offensive line of Lacey too. And then,
oh yeah, they're giving Noah all day to throw. Very good protection. They're letting him set his play actions off perfectly. And
that is one of the things that Lacey was looking to do throughout this entire year, is just try to get, you know, stronger pieces to protect their quarterbacks and their running back, and they finally were able to get that. And now their quarterback has the weapons to be able to get some time to throw away.
Well, they have a new offensive line coach, Keepers, and he's a very good, very smart-oriented coach, and he's making sure that the line can be the best they can be, and they're giving Noah time to throw, and they're giving Granite and Jensen time to run and holes to run through. And it's very impressive. Very impressed by that drive.
The cheerleaders tossing some footballs up as they are looking to get the crowd all nice and pumped up, as they already are.
You got to have some sense of normality. Now there's no student section due to COVID-19, but it's just great to have Lacey football. And it's great to be.
Oh, a big tackle. What a tackle right there. As I apologize to tackle you, or to stop you, but that is a huge tackle from Brandon D'Angelo.
You're good. That stopped me too.
Brandon D'Angelo with a big tackle right there, as it was Jake LaRocca who had the return on that one.
D'Angelo, very good long snapper, has always been a very good athlete, and he's getting some time this year. And he's proven his point. He just laid a boomstick right there.
So the Lions stopped the Brick Memorial Mustangs short on a loud tackle by Brandon D'Angelo. So we're going right back to Brick Memorial side of offense, led by MacArthur and Barksdale.
Let's see if the D-line can do what they did last drive, contain early, get in the gaps, and make tackles beyond the line of scrimmage.
MacArthur takes a snap, will hand it off up the middle just for about a couple yards, only around 1 yard.
I know Austin Chadwick was on the top of that pile.
Oh, and it looks like that running back may have gone down with an injury. It looks like he's holding his knee, and he doesn't look too good on that one. So, as we did with the last injury, we're going to do it again. We're going to take another moment of silence for him. We're going to hope he is nothing but okay. This is WLTS TV. This is WLTS TV as we are back from that injury timeout. As on that one, that was Mike Angrazina. As he went down hard, he had to get helped off the field, and we're going to hope he's nothing but okay, like you said for the last guy. So let's hope he's okay, as is around 2nd and 7 for him. MacArthur will take the snap. He's going to look deep downfield. He's going to chuck it way downfield. It is going to be broken up.
Good cover.
Good cover by Andrew Tobia.
Great pass blocking from Brick. He had all day to throw. Went through all of his reads. The quarterback just undershot a little bit.
And that was good coverage from the Brick Memorial line, as we were just talking about them.
He had a solid 3 to 4 seconds to throw. That was a very good pass protection. And if you want to win, you gotta let your quarterback have time to throw, and that's exactly what they're doing.
He had the target on him. It's just the defense from Andrew Tobia, and Andrew Tobia's been big too. I mean,
he stepped up big last year after Justin Gorski went down as a sophomore, started in the playoffs as a safety and played very well. And he's trying to produce off that last year, and he's playing some good football right now, and let's hope he can continue throughout the game.
So a big stop on 2nd down as the Lions are going to look to do it again. Brick Memorial looking to convert to 3rd down. So just around the same spot, 3rd and 7. MacArthur will take the snap and roll outside the defense from the pressure from the defense, and he is taken down.
That's number 50, Nick Christina, after having a knee injury. He's coming back big in his first game back.
Nick Christina on the big sack by the Lacey defense, holding on the pressure, and that will go right to 4th down, a loss of around 5 yards.
And the punting unit's coming out.
So a big stop for Lacey defense, as after their first drive, they looked pretty impressive on the defensive side, as that is something that's all about the game of football, is the fact that you have to rebound off of your first mistakes. It's not about how you start. It's about how you finish.
Short-term memory. It's all you got to do. That first drive happened. They went down. They scored. They forgot about it, and they're playing some solid defense at the moment.
So the snap is up. Punt is also up. It'll be Granite just around it. He's going to let it bounce in front of him a couple, and it'll just stop rolling around at around the 46-yard line. We are all tied up with around 2 minutes to go, 7-7. As Lacey will be around the 46-yard line. As we will see what their offense does, led by Coach Lou Versillo, his 40th season we talked about in last stream, and he's phenomenal. I mean, the history of him with the coaching staff and able to work with these young kids every single year that they come up, and producing all these young kids too to become beasts.
I mean, his tenure here has been nothing short of excellence. 4 state titles, I think like 10 to 12 conference championship games, always in contention to go into the playoffs. Just an amazing coach, an amazing man. He cares about his players, he cares about his team, and he wants the best for these players.
Bernardi will take the snap. He'll do a flip back to Jensen, who's going to try and break away, and he does on the right side. Jensen's going to be down the sideline, and he is taken down at just around the 42-yard line, and Tynan Jensen using his legs, using the speed.
Laying the stiff arm, too.
So Jensen being a big name. He had a touchdown last game against Pineland on a rushing touchdown.
Oh, but it looks like it's coming back because there is a flag on the field.
We'll see what the flag is. Maybe it looks like
they're going back. Looks like
and it looks like it's on Lacey as well. So we'll see what the flag is. And it's definitely on Lacey, as we can see the referees pointing back at them.
They're going back 10, so it's a most likely. Oh no, it's 5.
So probably possibly a holding.
No, it's probably a legal shift, legal formation.
It could be. Thanks for correcting me on that.
It's all good. It's but a little bit of a bummer. Great run taken back. Let's see what they can do on 1st and 15 now.
So back 5 yards, as Lacey just had a big run right there to get them another 1st down. Instead, they're gonna have a second opportunity, but instead back another 5 yards. So 1st and 15, they're gonna look to rebound off a bit.
Line up in the I formation once again. That's Lacey's. That's always been Lacey's bread and butter. And a timeout is called by Brick Memorial.
We may have heard a lot of crowd on that one saying call timeout.
I think that was Coach Allen up behind us.
As while they call timeout, we'll also take our timeout. This is WLTS TV. This is WLTS TV coming back from both of our timeouts, both on the field and in the booth. I'm Keith O'Neill, alongside me, Jake Morales, in his first commentating game. We're glad to have us doing this game today.
Feels good to be here.
So 1st and 15 after the timeout taken,
And
there's a flag on, as it's a false start on Lacey, and that'll push him back another 5 yards.
that's something you have to eliminate, just sloppy penalties that can push your team back.
So we'll have to see what the trouble is for that, as Lacey's going to have to look to figure out what's going on with them on that part.
Pushing it back 5.
So we're now at 1st and 20. So this is going to be a bit of a head-scratching way for Lacey to rebound off this and try to get the first down. So now at around the 35-yard line, as they started just around the 46 and now is pushed back 11 yards to the 35.
Let's see what chunk plays they can do to possibly get those yards back.
In formation. Bernardi will take the snap. Fakes the handoff. Jensen, he's going to look deep down. He's going to get a little bit of pressure on the right side. He's going to roll out left side. He's going to have to take off a little bit. He's going to have to run out of bounds. And he only gains around 1 or 2 yards.
Not before lowering his shoulder, though, I'll tell you that much. Gains about 3 or 4, but...
So Bernardi was looking just air it out downfield, but just didn't have the time to be able to do that.
And that's something you never really see from Bernardi. He's more of a pocket passer, likes to go through his reads, and you never really see him take off and go outside of the pocket, but he is very athletic, and he has a little bit of a baseball background, so there's obviously a little bit of speed in there, but
we see a lot of athleticism from Noah Bernardi, and we saw the first game we streamed on his miraculous off back foot of a chuck downfield play, and that's just all the athleticism from him that he's able to master.
He's been training with our offensive coordinator Warren Smith most of his life, and he's been ready for this big stage, and I'll tell you, he's one heck of a quarterback, I'll tell you that much.
So Bernardi will do another kind of hesitant handoff, and it'll be a throw up the middle to what look like Dom Terracone. As Dom Terracone getting himself a nice on-field receiving experience.
Yeah, he's mostly more of a defensive guy. You never really see him in the backfield that much, but he does have surefire hands. He's a strong kid, and it was a good play on him.
So 3rd and 15 now, is the Lions are going to hope to convert it. Brigham Memorial looking to stop them, as one of their big things, as we were talking about before, is their 3rd down defense. Is one of their big struggles is letting up deep 3rd down conversions up. So they're going to look to stop him here. Lacey looking to convert. Everyone in set. Bernardi takes a snap, draws back, fakes the pass, hands off Jensen, right side. A nice stiff arm, but is going to get taken down.
And that'll definitely sound out the punt team there.
About what looks like it was Jason Janikowski on that, and he's a big name for the defense on Brick Memorial. And we'll go right to the Lions special team, as it is 4th and 10.
And they always have a strong spot. Great long snapper, D'Angelo. Really good punter and kicker with Dom Terracone and Jack Burrell.
As just around the special teams going on the field, the time is up for the first quarter. It is a 7-7 wild ball game. Looks like it's a defensive game right here so far through 1. 7 Lacey, 7 Mustangs. We are going to take our bit of a break throughout the quarter. This is WLTS TV. This is WLTS TV as we're back on air. Is the special teams on the field for Lacey. The punt is up.
Nearly
by
blocked.
Terracone. Yeah, it was a very close one. He's
going to take that.
Kick is taken out by Barksdale. He's going to go to the left side, a little bit down the sideline, and take it out just around what looks like it may have been just around the 37-yard line.
And a very risky move by him, because most bouncers, if you don't get that, there's a good chance you're going to cough that ball up, but he's a great athlete and was able to get a couple yards out of it.
As we were talking, a big name for Brick Memorial, Archie Barksdale, second team All Shore for himself. He runs a 4.5 for track, which is very impressive, along with 524 rushing yards and 8 touchdowns.
We got the battle of the track stars, Keem versus Zach Stroin.
Yes, and Archie Barksdale just showing off the speed on every way, as we saw it, and you saw him do it on his touchdown back in the start of the first quarter. So we're back on Brick Memorial's offensive side. MacArthur takes a snap, a bit of a bobble by Barksdale, and taken down on a good tackle by John Dodaro. John Dodaro also being a big name on Lacey defense.
He was also a sophomore starter, big kid, strong kid. He's always been dedicated to football, making a great open field tackle.
Two tackles last year, along with 2 sacks. And John Dodaro has been, I mean, phenomenal.
I mean, just he stayed home. He made sure that no one went past in the sweep, and he got him an open field. And there was a speed advantage with Akeem, but Dodaro just used his instincts and was able to bring him down.
Dodaro, well known around Lacey Township, is a big name for both both sides of the Lacey's football.
And a very good wrestler.
So it'll be stayed at the same spot, 2nd and 10. MacArthur takes a snap, fakes a handoff to the left side, and pummeled down and tried to bulldoze his way, but Lacey defense stops him. It looked like it was a couple help from Christian Booth, Scotty Stevens, and what looks like Zach Stroin as well.
There's a player down right now, Lacey.
A Lacey player down.
And that's Dylan Hillsheimer, number 9.
And that's a big blow for them, as like we did for both timeouts, we're going to have to take our timeout, and a moment of silence is WLTS TV. This is WLTS TV. We were back on air as Dylan Hillsheimer was able to get himself up and run off the field. That's a good thing that he is okay. He looks like he was okay, but it was a bit of a scary injury.
He's a tough kid, and he ran off on his own strength. And if I know him, he'll want to get back on that field as soon as possible. So,
and that's how he always is.
Let's hope for the best and see if we can get back out there.
And that's how he always is. He always had that mentality. He just wants to go back out there and just show out for anyone on the team and everyone in the crowds. And he wants to show who he is. So it looks like it's around third and 7.
If anyone's the emotional leader of this team, it's definitely Hillsheimer.
3rd and 7 for Brick Memorial. MacArthur takes a snap, hands off Barksdale, right side. He's going to break through again. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. It's a foot race down the sideline. The 20, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Brick Memorial. Another one for Archie Barksdale.
He showed that 4.5 speed right there, broke right through the defense and ran straight down that field.
Archie Barksdale being the big name today for the Mustangs. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and nothing but speed and acceleration and agility right there for Barksdale.
That's just uncoachable. You can't teach that. You can't teach that athleticism. You can't teach that speed. And they just caught Lacey's defense lacking and ran straight down the field.
So the conversion on 3rd and 7 gets him a touchdown all the way downfield, which was just around possibly a 60-yard touchdown. So that's 2 for the day for Barksdale. It is going to be the extra point attempt now.
Snap, good, hold.
And it's blocked by the defense. Lacey defense holds the extra point down.
That's very good for them because they're looking to go right down that field and score again.
So
that's a very good sign for this Lacey team.
It is Mustangs 13, Lacey 7, with 10 minutes and 20 seconds to go left of the first half. So what do we see off there? I mean, we had a bit of our injury timeout with Hillsheimer. He got back up. He's okay. And then immediately off the rip, we saw Archie Barksdale break through on the left side all the way down the sideline.
I mean, I guess that improves the importance of Hillsheimer because he's normally on that side of the field. He plays that side safety, and they missed him that play severely, and it cost him 6 points.
But we look at the blocking on the Brick Memorial side. Some big stoppage right there for Barksdale just to even get through.
Now, Brick's offensive line has been very impressive today. They're giving their running backs places to go, and they're giving their quarterback all day to throw.
So big hold right there, and a big scoring drive for Brick Memorial as they will kick off the ball to the Lacey side now. As the players are going to get themselves ready. It is 13-7 left, or with 10 minutes left of the first half. And so far this first half has been pretty back and forth and a balance between scoring and defense, as we certainly have seen after the first game of the season for both sides. We've seen big scoring numbers for them.
Oh, we've seen highs and lows from both teams today. Both have shown great signs of offense. Both have shown great signs of defense. Both have had good line play. Both have had sloppy line play. It's just a matter of the game, and this game's most likely going to go down to its final play, and we'll see who emerges.
And that's what a lot of football games are, is down to the last quarter. That's where all the intensity comes from.
That's certainly where this game seems to be heading.
Brick Memorial will kick it off after the touchdown from Barksdale. A little roll on the sideline. Abode will pick it up, but he'll get stopped just around, and a big stop for Brick Memorial special team defense just around, looks like the 15-yard line, maybe the 10, 12. So just around there is Brick Memorial special team defense stopping them big.
This is the first real time Lacey's been backed up this far today, and let's see how they can roll out of it. They have obviously two great running backs, and they're going to try to jam the ball down Brick's throat as much as they can.
And not only the running backs, but we also mentioned this early in the game today. Their receiving core is very good. You know, they had the new addition of both Matt McClung and Mike Roselle, who, if you look downfield, they're possibly unstoppable with the speed and the strength of both of them and the hand-eye coordination.
You get a ball thrown their way, they're not getting rid of it. They're all very solid receivers. And Jay Cool, obviously, who's the senior leader, senior receiver, and he's trying to show some of his leadership and some of his experience off on these younger guys, and it's obviously showing off as they give the jet sweep to Abode.
Who's going to get taken down, and a flag is on the field. So another big stop against Abode for the Brick Memorial defense. We'll have to see what the flag is on the field. But that is just the aggressiveness of this Mustang defense, as we will look to see what the flag is down. And it's on Lacey.
Obviously not a good sign, a big loss, and it's going to push him back even more.
So now Lacey in a bit of a jam right here as it's second and what looks like.
The main priority is not to give up the 2 points, because if you let up a safety right now, that'll get Brick right the ball back with an even bigger lead. So they have to try to find a way to get out of this side of the field.
So Lacey, like I just said, they're in a big jam. They're going to look to get out of it at around 2nd and 12. But when we're talking about the receivers, we're not only just we're talking about Matt McClung and Mike Roselle. I mean, we have Mike Abode, we have Andrew Tobia, you have the guys like that you know, you find them downfield, that's almost a guaranteed big play happening.
And Tobia is not really much of an offensive guy, but when he does get in, he is a deadly jet sweep option with showing great speed. Arguably the second fastest player on this team other than Stroin.
Handoff to Granite as he was trying to bulldoze his way up the middle, and he was just able to get around a couple yards. And it's shaken up on the play. Was Ruben Lazardi. But it's now 3rd and 10 in favor for Lacey. Is now they're going to have to make some magic happen on their drive. 9 minutes and 20 seconds to go as Brick Memorial's defense has been super impressive all game today, with not only stopping the run game, but even the back end of the field being able to stop the receivers and the tight ends.
Oh no, absolutely. They played very good pass defense, letting nothing go by. And they're backed up right now. It's 3rd and 10. Let's see what they can do.
So Lacey looking to work some magic right here. 2 receivers on the right. Brunati takes a snap, fakes the handoff. Granite rolls outside. Bit pressure from the defense, taken down on a big sack.
Great pressure
from Tymir Randolph.
Great pressure by that Brick D line, getting right into Noah, going right through the offensive line and giving him nowhere option to go. And now they're packed up deep, and they're going to be punting, and Brick's going to have some great field position to work with.
The 185 big man senior, as he was able to get nothing but ground on Brunati, as Brunati was in trouble from the start. Gets taken down, and a big stop by the Brick Memorial defense.
Now what Lacey has to do is they have to stop Amir Kim. He's obviously the best player on that offense, and they're going to try to make that lead double digits, and they're going to try to make a 2-score game.
Tymir Randolph had 2 sacks last year, as he will has been making some big noise today. The punt is up. Barksdale in the back end to return it, but it was a weak punt. That'll go to the right side. That's just around the, what looks like just around the 29-yard line.
And now Brick's going to be a beautiful field position to try to put this game a little bit out of reach, even though it's the second quarter.
So Brick Memorial looking to just extend their lead, along with Lacey defense looking to stop this.
And a good sign to see for Lacey. Number 9, Dylan Hilsheimer's back on the field.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing for Lacey. Is Hilsheimer was pretty shaken up on the play, and it took him a little bit to get up. But right as he got up, he was able to walk off perfectly fine and get himself, nice and stretched out on the sidelines to put him back in this game. So a big opportunity is there in a pretty comfortable position for the Mustangs.
As they start off, I think they're almost starting off in the red zone.
And a timeout is called, as we will also take our timeout. This is WLTS TV, 13-7 in the second quarter with 8 minutes and 22 seconds left.
As we approach halftime, we want to remind all people to please remember to follow the CDC guidelines of social distancing, remain 6 feet apart, and wearing a mask at all times. Porta potties are located at the entrance to the football stadium. No one may enter the school building, and there is no re-entry policy once you leave the football game. I want to thank you for your cooperation and understanding.
This is WLTS TV as we're back from the timeout. Keith O'Neill alongside with Jake Morales. As a quick play, MacArthur takes a snap, rolls out left side. He's going to try and break up the middle, breaks through a couple tackles. He's in for the first down. He's trying to keep fighting his way out.
And that's just pure athleticism there. He ran straight through the hole, lowered the shoulder a bit.
And a fumble down as Lacey's able to recover it. Zach Stroin on the fumble, and they got it right back. So a huge stop for the Lacey defense.
And Stroin, the speedster I was talking about, the track star, he also likes to lay a hit, and he can get the ball when he wants to, and he just proved it right there. A big statement for Lacey right there.
We weren't even able to realize the fact that
I thought he was down.
Lacey was able to get the ball back. And a big stop for Lacey's defense, as that gives them the ball right back in the same position that they were just in before. So, wow, what a rebound off of Lacey right there.
And I was giving big props to the quarterback, showing big athleticism as he coughs the ball up. Mistakes happen, but it's time for Lacey to turn to capitalize on it.
So Lacey looking to rebound off of a huge fumble or forced fumble by Zach Stroin, his first of the year. Bernardi will take the snap. He'll just do a quick handoff straight up the middle, which looks like it may be Chase Granite on that one. I was not able to get a good eye on it. And it was Scotty Stevens. I apologize. So a pretty wild second quarter we have going on so far with a touchdown from Brick Memorial, and now getting the ball right back, stopping Lacey, and then fumbling the ball, which Lacey got the ball right back too.
It's just good old-fashioned Saturday afternoon Lacey football. As they line up back in the I formation, second down and 8.
So now Lacey's going to look to get something going here with 2nd and 8. Bernardi takes a snap, fakes the handoff, rolls outside, sees Stevens. Stevens wide open. He's going to try and break through a tackle, a bit of a stiff arm, and he's down. And a first down for Lacey on a nice screen pass to Scotty Stevens. That gets him down at around the 30-yard line and gets him the first down.
And yeah, Scotty's just a big target to get to. Once you get him the ball, you know it's going to take more than one man to get him down. Great throw, great route by Scotty, and it's getting him the first down and help move the chains.
28 will be a Lacey first down.
So a big first down for Lacey. That is going to give him a bit of breathing room after just being kind of jammed up at around the 10-yard line. Instead, gets him the first down at now the 30.
Let's see what we can do here. Back in the I formation once again. Bernardi's going to go into center. Send Matt Kuhn out into motion.
Brunelli flips it to Jensen on the right side. Jensen's going to go away to the right side down the sideline. Gets a stiff arm down and another big stop.
And he lays the stiff arm down, bringing him down with him.
On the sideline, there's a flag down as well. To see what the flag is, as if it's not on Lacey, then it is a first down for them. But it looks like it might be on Lacey, as it's possibly either an illegal block, maybe a holding. We will have to see. And it is a holding on Lacey. So that'll draw him back 5 yards after a first down conversion. And that is, these penalties are killing Lacey.
That's what killed him against Manchester. After big plays, they were just undisciplined and got penalties and drove them back. That's going to be the real confidence go. That's going to decide whether they win or lose the game. Once they clean up the football, they'll be the roofs. I forgot the expression, but you know what I mean.
So we'll have to see. We're going to have to hope to see what's going to happen for Lacey now. Is 1st and 15, but
the sky's the limit. The sky's the limit.
Okay. we got the just now with it.
As we can try to find out on a 1st and 12, rare time you'll ever hear that.
So another penalty that's killing Lacey, and this is the little things about football that's gonna hurt your chances of winning games is the penalties. So the
ball on the ground, and Bernardi falls in it right away. That's going to be a big loss for them right there. A little miscommunication with the jet sweep.
So it was like you just said, Jake, a bit of miscommunication, and now it just puts them in even more trouble now. With what looks like it's around 2nd and 20.
You can expect to see a shotgun look right here. Going to try to throw medium, try to get some chunk plays back and gain those yards they lost.
So 6 minutes left of the first half. Lacey in a bit of a trouble once again as after recovering the fumble forced by Zach Stroin. As it's 2nd and 20 as Lacey's going to have to see what they're going to do. Brick Memorial has been doing a phenomenal job with stopping this Lacey offense on their defensive side. So
and they're in the shotgun formation. Jensen to his left.
Two receivers on the left of Brunati, one on the right.
Scotty Stevens going into motion.
Takes a snap, draws back. Looking deep downfield. Has not plenty of time to go. It's Jensen quickly up the middle. Jensen's going to go to the left, right side.
Good block by Abode.
Jensen's
going to get the first down.
And the first down and a big conversion by Tynan Jensen.
Great block by number 11, Michael Abode, giving Jensen the extra 3 or 4 yards he needed to move the chains. That's what I said. You need big chunk plays to move the ball down the field. And that's exactly what they did, and now they're in good shape.
So a huge 2nd and 20 conversion from Lacey, and they're right at the 40-yard line. So back in comfortable breathing room now as a huge run by Tynan Jensen. It was a quick flip pass straight up the middle.
And they get him the job.
And it's an offside. What looks like.
Maybe this is the momentum boost that they need. They had a little bit of their confidence killed after that defensive series, but that fumble recovery and that big 2nd and 20 first down conversion.
So 1st and 5 now for Lacey on the offsides by Brick Memorial defense.
They line up back in the shotgun. 2 receivers to Bernardi's right.
So Lacey now back in comfortable position. Got the 45. Bernardi takes a snap. Draws back. Looks outside. It is batted down. It looks like it was batted down.
There's a dispute whether or not it hit the ground or not, and they're going to
And he got the catch. What a catch by Abode. Mike Abode with another phenomenal play.
Good possession. Good job by possessing the ball by Abode. Good hands right there.
So a bit of a low throw as Abode had to just drop on the ground, see if he can get that one, and he did, and it got past.
And it was very good coverage. That wasn't an easy completion in the slightest way, and it's a first down, and it'll also help move the chains.
At the 52, as now a huge drive, a couple yards downfield, and another offside.
1st and 5 again.
On Brick Memorial.
And you can see on the sideline, this Lacey team, they're getting hyped up. They're moving the ball down the field.
Now the Lacey bench and both sides are getting a nice and loud for them. As it's 1st and 5, and Lacey is getting some good positioning on a couple penalties along with a big run play. Started by Tynan Jensen, and then a great catch by Mike Abode.
Brick just needs to show more discipline, watch the hard count.
Bernardi takes a snap, hands off
at the moment.
Hands off Granite, who gains about 2 or 3 yards on that one. So what we just saw a couple seesaw plays right there. We saw the fumble over there around the 10-yard line. That was picked up. Lacey was able to get it down. They had a big penalty against them that put them to 2nd and 20. Quick flip to Jensen, got on the first down. A nice pass by Abode after a offside play.
Like I said, this game is most likely going to go down to the last minute. Very unpredictable, very wild. No real team has the true momentum shift right now. Both of those teams are looking for that right now.
Bernardi takes a snap, rolls out left side. Quick pass to Abode on the left side. Gets the first down on the tackle. Blocks the tackle. And he's going to get down out of bounds.
Let's just mention the juke move. He shifted him out of his speed. He was supposed to go out of bounds. That was a simple out route, and he broke that to add 15 more yards. Great play by Abode.
And I've heard a lot about Abode from a lot of his teammates on how his footwork improved tremendously.
He's always been a tremendous athlete since he came here, but he has touched up on route running and speed, and he's become an all-around very good receiver.
So Lacey in a big comfortable position out there at the Mustangs 30. Takes a snap, handoff Granite. Up the middle, trying to bulldoze away, and he gets around 5 yards.
That's all you need right there. Like I said, 3 to 4 to 5 yards. That's all you need. Chew the clock, ground the ball, jam it down their throats.
So
and there's another player down for Brick.
3:41 to go as a injury again for Brick. It is not looking good for them on the
last thing
injury.
we want to see.
So as another injury happens, we'll take our injury timeout. This is WLTS TV. This is WLTS TV as we're back from the injury timeout, and it was Damian DeLucio who got down on that one. He was helped off the field, walked off, and we're going to hope he is okay. As we're going to hope any player who goes down is okay.
Yeah, very unfortunate.
So what looks like it's 2nd and 6 for Lacey with just around 3:35 to go left of the first half.
Back in the I formation, got Scotty in the back, Scotty Stevens and Ty Jensen in the backfield.
Bernardi takes a snap. Flip to Jensen, left side. Jensen's going to get a couple blocks. He's going to bulldoze his way just around the 10-yard line. Tynan Jensen making some noise.
He executed a great pull play, great pulling guards, and they're doing really well right now. It's about to be a 1st and goal, or just outside. I think they're at the 11-yard line now.
So just around in the red zone for Lacey. It is 1st and 10 at just around what looks like the 11-yard line. So they were just 1 yard out of being on 1st and goal. But, I mean, technically, if you want to put it in terms, they are in 1st and goal now. Is a huge position for them.
Let's see if they can capitalize, get the lead back.
So Lacey looking to try to tie this game up, being in a big spot. After being down all the way at the other side of the field in the same spot, they are now here. In formation.
Sending Hool motion.
Bernardi takes a snap, hands it off. Jensen, straight up, tries to bulldoze. He gets down at around the 5-yard line. As now it is 2nd and 4. Second and 4, possibly 2nd and 5 now for Lacey.
He's looking at like a 2nd and 4, 2nd and 3. That's all I have to do, just grind the ball, just keep running, keep containing. That's all you got to do. Ty Jensen is having a very, very impressive drive.
So Lacey looking to capitalize after a couple penalties that was caused on them. Now got called on the other side. And another penalty that'll put him up 5 yards.
They'll give him a 1st down, half distance to the goal.
And a 1st and goal on another offside penalty by Brick Memorial, which is costing them a lot of yardage this game.
Now this is one thing that we didn't see that much from Lacey and Manchester. Scoring when you're inside the 10-yard line. It cost them a lot, and let's see if they can capitalize. If they have to, they have a great kicker in Burrell who can punch this through, but
this is
they want 6. They want this touchdown. They want to take the lead before going into half.
So just around 1:55 to go of the halftime. In formation is Hool. Brunati takes a snap, hands it off. Jensen left side. He breaks in. Touchdown Lions. Tie game. Tyden Jensen on the touchdown ties this game. And a big drive by the Lacey offense all the way downfield. Caused by a couple penalties, caused by a nice couple pass plays and a nice couple rushing yards. And the Lions tie this thing up at 13 apiece with 1:43 to go in the first half.
I think it's just right how he got the 2nd and 20, brought him to the 40. He's the one who should be in the end zone. Great drive, great run, great play by this Lions team. And they're an extra point away from taking this lead.
So Jack Burrell, who is their longtime kicker, as we were just talking about him.
Jensen to hold and D'Angelo to snap.
Burrell looking to give the Lions the lead.
Snap, hold, kick is up, and it is good.
It's good. Lions have the lead on the extra point by Burrell. A huge drive down the field. It is 14-13 with 1:43 to go with the first half, and a wild first half in general with big scoring.
Definitely, we're witnessing a great game of football right now.
And this is the Saturday afternoon Origins.
An old rivalry renewed, and the first Saturday morning game in a pretty long time.
So we saw the Saturday afternoon Origins as they're probably floating above the field right now, just looking.
Now, I can't be the only one who prefers the Saturday afternoon games. Friday, don't get me wrong, Friday Night Lights is amazing, but there's nothing I like more than waking up early on a Saturday, coming to the school, and just watching this team play.
And I think that's how it's always been, just knowing the sun is bright outside with the beautiful conditions. Nice and football weather as it's October. It's always that football feeling for both high school, and then you get a college football, and then you have NFL Sunday football.
There's few places you'll find that care more about high school football than New Jersey, South Jersey, the Shore Conference. Always been very orientated, very.
And the big thing for Lacey in general is just their football, which is their big tattoo on Lacey Township is the football community.
40 years of greatness.
And all of it belongs to Coach Lou Versillo.
I mean, yeah, very few times will you see a guy who's been here from the inception of this team all the way throughout. He's been here through every moment of this school's history, and he does deserve a ring before he goes. And unfortunately, there will be no playoffs this year as of now, but he deserves one more ring before his send-off.
So Lacey 14, Mustangs 13. Burrell will have a low kick to the left side. It is taken.
He dropped it. They can pick that up.
He picks it up and is taken down on a huge tackle by Jeff Brewer. As to return that kick was Jason Janikowski, and the huge tackle by Jeff Brewer gets him down at around what looks like the 30-yard line.
Brewer's a very fast, intimidating, strong kid. He's always good at making open field tackles, and he just proved it right there.
It was actually around the 32-yard line, but a big tackle on a low kick by Burrell.
Now this Lacey defense, last time they're on the field, they got that big takeaway from Zach Stroy. Let's see what they can do again.
And that's been the big noise of all game is the balance between defense and offense. We have not really seen a lot of that throughout this season through 2 games.
No, very, very inconsistent. We had a
hand off to Barksdale as he's going to break through the left side, and he's going to go around the sideline. He'll stop the clock as he gets taken out and pushed out of bounds at around the 35-yard line or 45-yard line.
Great play, but like I said, lack of consistency is really Lacey's Achilles heel at the moment. Only putting up 3 against Manchester, then blowing out Pinelands. And now it's kind of a back and forth. They're showing great offense and great defense. A little bit of undiscipline with the penalties. Once they limit that down, this will be a lot more of a good game for them.
As like you said, Jake, from the start, one of the biggest games from them this season is it's showing so far through the first half. And the refs blow the whistle with 1:20 to go.
Well, I know this is on a lot of people's schedules. Actually, Shore Sports Network has this as the game of the week, and they're actually right above us right now.
So we thank Shore Sports Network for being able to come out to this game. It's a beautiful Saturday afternoon with clear skies all around. Who wouldn't want a beer? So refs blowing a couple whistles is, we'll have to see what the controversy is on this. But a seesaw back and forth, both offensive and defensive scheme for both sides. Brick Memorial scoring 2 touchdowns from their star running back, Akeem Barksdale, and then a couple rushing touchdowns from both Scotty Stevens and Ty Jensen on both sides of the field. So Lacey and Brick Memorial going back and forth.
Now they just got to contain the outside and prevent the jet sweeps, because obviously Akeem can take anything to the house with any sort of play. So they got to look after him and just make sure the outside of the field's contained. play outside the numbers. Make sure he does not get outside the numbers and keep him in the box.
So we'll see what the controversy is with the refs.
As they're taking a little bit long to decipher what's going to go on.
As while we're going over this, with 13 seconds left, it looks like, in the first half of this wild football game on the Saturday, beautiful Saturday afternoon in the Lions' Den. 500 people capacity for the crowd, and they're sounding like there's thousands of them, as the energy is still always here no matter what happens.
Lacey's always had a very loyal fan base, regardless with the student section or not, and it's great to have them out here today, and they're showing great support for these kids.
So the play is finally back on. MacArthur takes a snap, hand off Barksdale. He'll roll out left side, and a big tackle stopped down by what looks like it was number 7, Ty Jensen. So doing damage on both sides of the field.
And like I said, keep him inside the numbers, keep him inside the box, avoid those jet sweeps from getting outside, because his speed will get anyone caught lacking, and he can take it to the house at any moment. And great contained job by Ty Jensen.
So I apologize, there's not 13 seconds. There's actually just around a minute left to go of this first half.
A little bit of a
Brick Memorial looking to drive downfield with their last play. Handoff up the middle. Barksdale down around the 50, gains around 6 yards, 6 or 7 yards on that, and possibly 8.
He grounded and pounded and fought for a good 6 to 7 yards. As Dom Terracone switches out for Christian Booz.
I apologize. That was not.
And a 3rd and short right here. Let's see what the Brick offense can do.
With 30 seconds time winding down just before the halftime.
More than likely the last drive.
Takes a snap. MacArthur goes straight up the middle. Is going to break through a couple. Has a couple tackles on him. But he's going to break a couple more. And a timeout call with 22 seconds. No timeout called, actually, with 22 seconds left. I apologize, but the clock stopped. As they spike the ball down. As now with 19 seconds left. We'll have to see.
Good clock management by Brick. They're just going to try to go down and maybe try to get a 3, or if they're lucky, get a big chunk play and wind up hitting 6 before half. What they got to do is just go back to what their bread and butter is, like what Lacey's I formation is. That's what their jet sweep and the quarterback keeper is for them.
And that's what's been. We haven't seen plenty of throw downfield. We haven't seen plenty of look downfields by MacArthur. I think that's because they're so confident in all the speed that he has.
Well, yeah, they're definitely more of an RPO team where he gets to look through his reads, and if not, just either take it off himself because he's a very good athlete, or just give it off to Akeem. So that's all they really need to do. If it's not broke, don't fix it.
19.2 seconds left to go of this wild first half between Brick Memorial and Lacey. MacArthur takes a snap, looks outside. It is deflected, batted down. What it looks like it was from
number 30, Booz.
Number 30, Christian Booz. We were talking about Christian Booz, as he's been a big star throughout his entire football season. Got a couple JV starts, was able to finally get his way back up to varsity, and he's earned every second of it.
One thing I have to say, he has the biggest heart of anyone I know. He's been grinding since he was in the 5th grade with me, and he's always loved the game of football. He's always tried his absolute hardest, and he's proven his case right now with the great senior year so far.
16.2 seconds left as the time stopped after a batted down and pass attempt. 3rd and 10 for Brick Memorial. MacArthur takes a snap, and a flag is down on the field. Booz is trying to get a tackle. He's going to roll outside to a wide open number 10, who's going to break through a tackle from Stevens and gets taken down by Edutopia. Number 10, JT Henderson. We'll have to see what the flag on the field was. It was around the line of scrimmage.
It's either going to be offsides on Lacey or a false start, because Akeem did jump a little early before the snap was called, but then again, Booz is.
And it's on Brick Memorial, which will cost them a first down with 5 seconds left to go.
That's a confidence killer. That might ended the half for them.
So with 5 seconds left to go, as Brick Memorial on a killing penalty will take them back 5 yards.
And that's a real drag, because they were in field goal range and possibly had a possibility to get into the end zone, but now it's just chew clock and get into the locker room.
Now it'll hurt them a little bit with 5.6 seconds left, as both teams are going to be going over their plays. And we're not going to go into a timeout along with 5 seconds left. We're just going to kind of basically give a recap, as we saw 2 rushing touchdowns from Barksdale. We saw back and forth defensive stops. We saw a touchdown from Scotty Stevens, which tied it back in the first quarter. And then we saw a touchdown from Barksdale, and we saw another tying touchdown from Tynan Jensen.
Well, I think the name of the game is consistency. Both teams have been very inconsistent. They have both shown great showing of offense and defense, and they have both been very sloppy with penalties and undisciplinary issues. But it's an amazing game of football. Lacey just has to go back to the bread and butter, keep dumping it off to Scotty Stevens and Chase Granite and Ty Jensen and get those big chunk plays and keep moving down the field. And Brick, they just have to keep doing the jet sweeps, give it to Akeem, use his speed to the outside, and not just do that quarterback keeper and run it straight down the field. Because right now, those Lacey's linebackers have no answer for that option.
So 1-point game with 5 seconds left of the first half.
Let's see what Brick is going to do before going into half. Don't be surprised if you see a deep ball.
So past couple plays, they've been looking to throw it downfield. So we'll see what they're gonna do right here with time being just around the end. Takes a snap. MacArthur has a bit of trouble. He's going to get a couple pressure from the Lacey defense. He's going to scramble around. He's taken out, roll to the left side. He has nowhere to go. Chucks it way downfield. It is broken up.
There's a flag on the field,
two flags on the field. Two flags on the field.
It might be PI. We don't know.
But 2 flags on the field, but the time is up.
Brick might be getting another chance.
We'll have to see because the time is up, but there's 2 flags on the field, both where the pass was and both around the line. So we'll have to see. It looked like it possibly could have been a pass interference on Lacey.
Or possibly a holding on Brick.
It could have been on both sides of the ball. With 0 time left in the first half, we'll have to see what the penalties are, as we will go a little quiet for this. It's on the offense on the first one, and then a pass interference on defense.
And that'll offset, and that'll be the end of the first half.
So the end of the first half, it looks like it should be the end of the first half, unless they add a couple more time back on the clock.
Are they giving them one more play? They are.
I think they'll be giving them one more play, which is this has to be their last play, no matter what.
My bad for the folks at home.
So with this having to be the last play of this second quarter in the first half, as we'll be going into our halftime break very shortly, as Brick Memorial will be getting their last play
in the shotgun
of this
formation.
first half. Takes a snap, handoff Barksdale, rolls out right side. Barksdale gets taken down by Ty Jensen, and that'll end the first half on a huge tackle by Ty Jensen.
And that's the second time he stopped him in open field. Great open field tackle. Ty Jensen is having the game of his life at the moment.
So we're going into halftime. It is Lions 14, Mustangs 13, and a back and forth defense and offense scoring for both sides. And yeah, we'll be going into our halftime very short, just in a couple seconds. We thank everyone for tuning in to WLTS TV to see this wild first half of this ball game on this beautiful Saturday afternoon here in Lacey Township in the Lions Den. We're going to our halftime break. It's Keith O'Neill and Jake Morales. We thanks everyone for tuning in. This is WLTS TV.
Saxophone 6 meter, honor shredder, Vecchio, high band 6 meter, Gavin Brennan, low band 6 meter, Cameron Towers, and 2 6 meter, Jimmy Pena. The color guard captain is Timothy Martinez. The band is under direction of Mr. Chris Montague, Assistant Director of Visual Design, Mr. Jenny Lighting, Assistant Director of Percussion Instructor, Mr. Michael Baglio, Assistant Director, Mr. Joseph Bronson, color guard director, Ms. Beth Lanning, and our band manager is Mr. Brett Lanning. Today, the Marching Lions will be presenting their 2020 field show, the music of the band Skip, featuring songs Mr. Roboto, The Best of Times, and Rockin' Paradise. Drum major, Jennifer Loretta, is your band ready? Lacey Catholic High School Marching Lions, just field is yours for your halftime performance.
2020 varsity cheerleading team. Great job to our band and cheerleaders. And now we are going to present to you our 2020 homecoming court. And here's our 2020 homecoming court. Presenting to you our freshman princess, Isabella Caruso, and our freshman prince, Matthew Gauthier. Our sophomore princess is Sophia Reed, and our sophomore prince is Matthew Coons. Our junior homecoming princess is Emily Ty, and our junior prince is John Dodaro. And now for our senior 2020 homecoming court. Our first senior princess is Allison Ward. Our first senior prince is Dylan Hilsheimer. Our next senior homecoming princess is Vanessa Valiuste. And our next senior prince is Michael O'Sullivan. So congratulations to your 2020 homecoming queen, Haley Beal, and your homecoming king, Aiden King. A big congratulations to all of our 2020 homecoming court nominees, princes, princesses, and our king and queen.
We are back after our halftime break. This is WLTS TV after a wild back and forth first half. I'm Keith O'Neill, alongside me, Jake Morales, and we're going to kind of go over a little bit of what happened. But first, we'd like to say congratulations to all the homecoming princesses and kings and queens. But overall, this first half of football has been one of the best we've seen almost throughout these past couple years.
From both teams.
Yeah, exactly, for both teams. And Lacey coming off a big rebound, and it's the little thing that really stood out for me was the fact that being trapped down at around the 10-yard line back in the midway through the second quarter. Then they turned the ball over on downs. They get the ball right back on a Zach Stroin fumble recovery, and then drive all the way downfield on huge running plays and a couple penalties. And that's one of the big things that stood out to me this entire quarter. Along with not only that, but Brick Memorial defense has been very impressive. I mean, giving up 14 points, it happens, it's football, but their defense has surely impressed throughout after giving up 28 to Southern Regional from last week.
Oh, no, absolutely. They're playing some solid run defense. They're just letting some big chunk plays get ahead of them. And, of course, the fumble in the red zone was a confidence killer. But it's going to be an exciting second half of football. Both teams are doing their bread and butter. Brick with their jet sweep, Lacey with the I form and their leads. And we just got to see who comes out victorious. We have to see which style of offense is going to emerge up top.
So Lacey started off the game by receiving the ball. They will kick it off as Brick Memorial will receive in the second half. Burrell has the kick. It is a very low kick that'll just roll around. It is dropped down at around the 35-yard line. We are underway for the second half of some Saturday afternoon football in the Lions' Den.
Now what I'm looking to see is if MacArthur is willing to throw deep, because we have some really good defensive backs, some speed, some strength, and it's going to be a challenge for them to go deep. They've only tried it once, and it didn't really go in their favor, so we have to see how it's going to end out.
MacArthur does have an arm too. I mean, he's shown off the speed. He's shown off his offensive line, doing incredible blocking for Barksdale, who broke through for 2 touchdowns today.
He's incredible. He's an incredible dual threat option. It's been showing.
So a quick fake handoff as it'll be taken down by the Lions defense. Starks MacArthur down past a couple guards. It looked like it was John Darrow on that one and Gerard O'Connor and their big defensive backs for Lacey.
And that's what keeping Lacey in this game. They're containing, they're keeping them inside the numbers, and they're making sure they're trying not to get outside the box.
So loss of 2 on the play, as we just heard Mr. Hamilton speak about that. He has been our longtime stadium announcer.
He has much respect to him.
And he has been a long-time presence and full of life through anything.
The main voice of Lacey football, one would say.
It'll be 2nd and 12. MacArthur fakes the handoff to Barksdale, take it up himself, and he only gained around 2 yards. It is stopped down. Looks like Mike Roselle tied Jensen on the tackles.
Mike Roselle, a rare defensive appearance. You don't really see him on this side of the ball that much, but great tackle, great intelligence on crashing into the play as fast as he could to make sure nothing can continue of it.
And his impact on both sides of the ball. I mean, receiver, he's a threat. Along with defense, he's also a threat too. You can't get past him. He just finds a way to be able to get around your laces and tackle you down. So it is 3rd and 10 as Brick Memorial looking to convert, as they had a bit of a shaky start for the first 2 plays.
Yeah, and watch out for Berkside. Watch out for that jet sweep, because they might be coming now. They're going long.
Snap is down. It is pressured by the defense. Povio around him. He's getting trapped around him. A couple missed tackles, and it'll be taken down by the Lions defense, along with John Darrow and Ty Jensen. And MacArthur had nowhere to go on that one.
Great stop, but even better effort by MacArthur. Breaking out of like 5 sacks, was ultimately taken down, but an amazing effort. But unfortunately, it is going to result in the punting unit come out.
MacArthur had nowhere to go on that, as the Lacey defense just completely pressured him. As the line it was a bit of a collapse on the line, a little bit of trying to figure out how to stop this Lacey defense, and a lot of it having to be the pressure of Nick Povia, the senior, number 63 out there.
And now they're giving the ball back to this white-hot Lions offense.
So the punt is down. It is way up. It looks like it is Granite on the backfield. He gets it. He'll go out to the left side. He has a couple tackles to him. He's at the 50-yard line. He has a couple more blocks around. He is taken out of bounds at around the 35-yard line on a nice return by Chase Granite on the punt.
That was all Granite. Great return, great elusiveness, and great job in setting Bernardi up in good field position.
So a great punt return by Chase Granite, as that gives them a huge position already at the start of their opening drive for the second half of the ball game. And Chase Granite he's been on the punt return and kick returns almost every single time for Lacey, and has gotten actually a pretty good chunk of yards for them.
Oh, absolutely. He's probably I think he leads the team in all-purpose yards, and he's just an absolute workhorse. And any team in the country would be happy to have him in the backfield. He's an all-purpose guy. He's a great kid. He's a great work-first guy.
Last game, he had 59 yards on 5 carries for rushing and 2 touchdowns, and 34 receiving yards.
And a 5-wide set. No one in the backfield.
Bernardi takes a snap, hands it off. Granite left side, breaks through. He has another block. He's going to get tripped up and taken around the 20-yard line on a nice first down conversion once again by Chase Granite.
Great run. It sets him up in the red zone. Great blocking by that offensive line. He stumbled up a bit, made it prevented 6, but great run, great momentum pusher.
So far, Chase Granite showing off the speed and showing off the agility. He's been pretty loud through these first 2 plays for the Lacey's offensive second half.
As of right now, yeah, all these yards are off Granite. Let's see what they can do as they line up in a 5-wide set again. Granite lined up over Joe Kolodjic's back shoulder.
So he has 2 receivers to the right of him, along with Stevens to the left.
Bernardi looking at coach for his play calls.
As Lions in a big spot right here to score. 1st and 10. Bernardi takes a snap. Handoff. Granite once again. He is going to get pressured around by the defense. Taken down by what looks like number 7.
And that was just a great job on crashing down for Brick. They contained. They got through the offensive line. And they saw the same exact play, and they were smart enough to diagnose it again and stop it.
Evan Gillen was on the tackle on that one. As Evan Gillen being the big senior for them this year at 225 pounds. Junior, I apologize, a junior for Brick Memorial, getting a big stoppage for a loss of 2 yards for Lacey. So now,
and Ty Jensen's in at quarterback.
So we don't see. So Bernardi is actually now off the field.
Yeah, they're in some sort of wildcat. Let's find out. And Jensen
will take it himself. He'll try and go up the middle as he only gains a couple yards. The ball's loose, and we'll have to see who recovered that one. As the ball is loose, it's on the ground. All players are over it. We'll have to see what's going on. As it was a bit of a interesting play for Lacey. And Lacey has it right back. So a bit of a hiccup right there for that play right there as Jensen went up the middle and got the ball knocked out of his arms.
Yeah, very weird play call. I've never seen Lacey really run many Wildcats, and they're lucky to fall back on the ball. And let's see what they can run on a 3rd and medium now.
So Bowden Bernardi right back on the field as Jensen's coming off.
3rd and 7.
3rd and 7 for Lacey offenses. They're in a big position. So what they're going to want to, they want to score at any point now. But even if they don't, they could possibly get held up to a field goal.
I think this is the perfect chance for Bernardi to show off his arm strength and touch and hit a receiver deep.
2 receivers to the right. Bernardi takes a snap, rolls out, right side, looks around, throws it to a boat in the end zone. It is dropped and batted down. And a boat had 2 hands on it, but it was broken up by Jason Janikowski, the big name for this defense for Brick Memorial.
And Janikowski's been all over the field today. He's caused a couple incompletions on a boat, great coverage, knocked the ball out, and it's unfortunate, and Lacey's setting out the field goal unit.
So Bobo just had a couple hands on it, but just couldn't get enough of the grip of it, and along with the good defense from Jankowski. But that'll hold the Lions to a possible field goal as Jack Burrell will come on for Lacey, as he has been a big name for their field goal team. As 2 field goals last year. Longest field goal for him, 55 yards.
Yeah, and he nailed a 38 against Monmouth in their home opener last year. Let's see what you can do up here.
Snap down, kick is up. It is shifting to the right, and it's good. Burrell with a nice field goal, and that'll put the Lions up 4 with 7 minutes and 20 seconds to go of the 3rd quarter. 17-13 in favor of Lacey. So we saw a punt return by Chase Granite, which got him a couple yards, and another run from Granite, which gave him more. And then the defense of Brick Memorial doing phenomenal. Just being able to stop 6 points going on the board for Lacey.
They showed incredible strength and grit and really good red zone defense, and it kept them, because they were about to be down by potentially 8 or 9 points, and now it's a 4-point game. And now they have a very good shot at going down and taking the lead.
So the Brick Memorial defense stopping Lacey to 3 points instead of 6 possible. As Lacey defense will not go aboard, as Brick Memorial offense looking to do some more with their 2 bigger names. Actually, 3 names we've heard a lot with today, with T.J. MacArthur, Akee Barksdale, and J.T. Henderson.
Yeah, and they're all very good athletes, very good football players, and they're keeping Brick in this game. And
one of the bigger things I've seen for Brick Memorial is their offensive line holding up a lot.
Yeah, but very semi-inconsistent line play. Sometimes they're giving him 3 to 4 seconds to throw, and the other time they collapse right away, and they're letting him get swarmed up. It's just consistency. They have to patch it up. I'm sure the coach is talking during halftime, and they're going to work and adjust on some plays. So, but the sloppiness should be over.
The
with.
reason I say rebound is the fact that was one of their bigger struggles against Southern Regional from last week's game. Is the fact that they were just having so much trouble just to try and hold up on the Southern Regional defensive line, and they couldn't catch a break on that part.
No, they
had holding them to 2 touchdowns the entire game. Instead, now it's 2 touchdowns in the first half for them.
Yeah, no, they had a very hard time getting the ball down the field, and that's mainly why they lost. But they're having a very good time. They're having a field day with the jet sweep.
So Burrell with another low kick, and it rolls around, bounces around. It is taken up and taken down and there's a flag on the field now. We'll have to see what it's on, but the kick return stops around the 45-yard line, which it looks like it was off of number 45, Mike Angrazina, who was injured before, but is now back on the field. So
that's always good to see.
That is a good thing to see for Brick Memorial. We'll have to see what the flag is on the field. It's on Lacey.
A personal foul against Lacey Township.
Personal foul on Lacey, so that'll... And now instead of being at the 45, that'll move him up a ton to just around...
It's a 15 yards. It's big. It's putting them to almost field goal range.
So around the 40-yard line, as that is a killer penalty for Lacey, but a huge boost for Brick Memorial now as they're in a nice, comfortable spot just at the Lacey 40.
Now the question is, what can this secondary do? Because the D-line has played outstanding today. They've been stopping the run. They've been stopping every stretch play possible. And now it's just time for the secondary to keep them outside the numbers and stop that jet sweep. And then you're looking pretty sturdy.
So at the 40-yard line, 1st and 10 for Brick Memorial. MacArthur takes a snap, hands it off, and he's taken down, which was, looks like it was number 15, or it was number 5, I apologize. Okay. So, it is now 2nd and 5 for Brick Memorial.
It was a good, nice 5-yard gain. That's all you really need. Just keep driving the ball, keep doing the clock.
2 receivers to his left, 1 to his right, as Brick Memorial has not really thrown the ball too much as this entire game.
They have not. I think they've only gone deep once.
Once again, it is taken down by the Lacey defense, and only a gain of about 1 yard. It is now 3rd and 3.
It looks like Austin Chadwick and Nick Christina were there on that tackle.
Everyone on the Lacey defensive, around the defensive line, has been big names, and a lot of their tackles for them, as we've seen so many from Nick Christina, and we've seen from Austin Chadwick.
Well, they're fortunate enough to have the 3 guys, O'Loughlin, Christina, and Chadwick, all back. They were all starters last year. They were all big part of the Lions' playoff run. And with Gerard O'Connor coming back, that just boosted up their D-line so much better. Let's see what they can do here.
Barksdale in formation. Another handoff. This time, 45. He is taken down as it is Mike Agrosina.
And that'll move the chains.
And then a 1st down now for Brick Memorial as Agrosina has gotten a couple carries. I apologize. I couldn't see who it was before on the other plays, but now it's Mike Agrosina. So he will get the carries, and he will get the 1st down for Brick Memorial as they're in a more... nice, calming position at the 30-yard, at around the 30-yard line. Around the 28. MacArthur takes a snap, another handoff. He fakes the handoff, actually, goes himself, and it gets taken down at around the 35-yard line.
And that was, I believe, Roselle. Yeah, it was Mike Roselle on the tackle.
Mike Roselle with the tackle, and he's had a couple tackles this game so far.
Yeah, coming in, not playing at all in the first half, and getting 2 big tackles. It's pretty good. Obviously a very valuable receiver on our team, but he's making some plays right now on the defensive side of the ball, which is needed.
So it's around 2nd and 7. 2nd and 7 for Brick Memorial.
They're going to send.
Takes a snap, handoff again to Agrosina. And he is now finally taken down after a group of Lions, a group of blue around the gold. That'll take him down and move it to 3rd down as they gain nothing from that.
That was a true pack of Lions right there coming in. I think like 3 or 4 men were in that tackle. Christina and Stevens on top.
So now it's going to be 3rd and 7 for Brick Memorial as they're right back into the same position at the 35-yard line. They're going to look to convert it, look to possibly get bigger depth downfield. Takes a snap, handoff, Barksdale outside, taken down on a big tackle by Mike Roselle. And another big tackle from Mike Roselle that stops him short from gaining any more of that.
Mike Roselle is making a case to play safety, isn't he?
He's been huge on the defensive side for Lacey, and a ginormous defensive stop for the Lacey defense against Barksdale, who's been their highlight of this entire game.
And it's almost impossible to get that guy in open field. Jensen's done it twice. Roselle just did it, and this defense is really impressing a lot of people right now. I sure am. And they're going to be staying on the field for fourth down, fourth and 10.
4th and 10, so they're going to look to convert it again, as we've seen a lot of the plays in a formation and then handing it off to the guy who's running away from them.
They also could be trying to get him with a hard count.
So though takes a snap. MacArthur rolls out left side. MacArthur's going to take it himself. He's going to break through some more. MacArthur is down. And we'll see if he crossed the first down line.
I think he did.
And he did, and the chains will move. And that is a huge 4th down conversion right there, as TJ MacArthur was the big star for that one.
Just pure athleticism on the play. Couldn't find his first read, couldn't find his second read, so he took off, made a healthy scramble, and got a first down.
So now, after a big conversion right there, is MacArthur's athleticism from just track star in general, and he's showing it off here in this third quarter with 3 minutes to go. It's 17 Lions, 13 Mustangs.
As they're in the shotgun formation, running back to his right.
Takes a snap. Barksdale takes it himself. Barksdale right side, gets it blocked. He's going to go down the sideline. Touchdown, Barksdale. Barksdale breaks through for another touchdown, his 3rd of the game. A hat-trick touchdown game for Aki Barksdale. That'll put the Mustangs up 19-17. And Aki Barksdale being a huge name throughout this entire game.
You just can't manage that speed. You can't. They're not getting outside the numbers, and it's proving he's being able to run all up and down that sideline.
He got a couple blocks, one of them being from Kyle Coleman. It's a great block by him that was able to get Barksdale just free.
And it looks like they're going for 2.
To get him his 3rd touchdown. It looks like they'll be going for 2.
We're trying to make it a 4-point lead.
Brick Memorial will attempt a 2-point conversion.
Yeah, so they'll be attempting the 2-point conversion. So it is Aki Barksdale 19, Lions 17, and he's been a huge piece to this culture for Brick Memorial.
If you had him in fantasy, you'd have at least 25 points right now.
3 touchdowns for this game for Barksdale. They'll look to convert 2 points. Takes a snap, handoff. Barksdale left side. He's going to try and break through it. A huge stop. What a tackle by Scotty Stevens. Taking him down on a big pancake tackle from
Correction, I actually think that was Christian Booz. Christian Booz got him right in plain sight.
Wasn't Christian Booz?
It was, yeah, I think it was the big flowy long hair.
I apologize. It was Christian Booz. So Christian Booz with a huge tackle and knocked him straight down to the ground.
And that's really important because if they drive down, they got Burrell. They kick a field goal, they're right back, and they had the lead.
So 19-17 in favor of the Mustangs now on a couple plays. One of them being from Aki Barksdale, and one of the bigger highlights, not only just a touchdown, but the 4th down conversion from the athleticism of TJ MacArthur.
It was a risky play, but on the 2-point conversion, it lacked logic. If I were the coach, you take your 3 or take your point, be up by 3, and try to maintain that lead.
Instead, it is a 2-point lead for the Mustangs as they'll be looking over their defense. So a quick scoring. We've seen a very quick scoring so far throughout this third quarter with a field goal from the Lions and now a touchdown and a failed 2-point conversion from Brick Memorial.
It's time to see what Granite and this Lacey offense can do again. Let's see if they trust Bernardi to maybe air it out a little bit on this drive, something we haven't seen that much in this game. It's mostly been a Granite Jensen show. And if it continues to be that way, great, it'll help. If it ain't broke, don't fix, but it'll always be fun to see a little bit of offensive firework.
So the special teams coming on for both sides as Lacey's ready. It looks like it's a Bowden and Granite on the backfield to return the kick. And it is going to be kicked off for Brick Memorial as Mike Ochigrosso, who's the kicker for Brick Memorial. As we are ready for the Lions to get their ball back as Brick Memorial has a 2-point lead with 2 minutes and 49 seconds left. The kick is up. It's to the right side. Abode's going to run for it. Abode will pick it up. He's going to get a couple blocks. He's going to go straight up the middle. Abode is going to get some more tackles. He's going to fight his way through and gets down at around the 47-yard line.
There's a flag back at the 30, around the 36, 37. Oh, there's 2 flags, actually. Let's see what happens.
2 flags on the play now. We'll have to see who it is against it and who.
And there are a couple of Lacey players who are backing up, so it's indicating that it might be on them.
Looks like both flags on Lacey. So we just saw this. There's a bit of deja vu for Lacey now, as we just had 2 penalties against them back in the second half.
Like I said, Keith, it's sloppiness and inconsistency that'll lose you football games. Great plays are everything, but it means nothing if you're getting taken back by penalties. And just, they're total momentum killers. They're total bummers. I've been on plenty of plays where they've been positive and touchdowns, and they got taken back through the penalties, and I'll tell you, it doesn't feel good.
So big deja vu now for Lacey, as they're going to be drawn right back after a big return from Micah Bode after a rolling football down midfield as he picked it up, brought himself around the 47, 48-yard line, and then they're taken right back to around the 30 this time.
Let's see what they can do to take this lead back. I see Jensen and Stevens are in the backfield. They're in the wing T set. 2 receivers to his right. His left, my bad.
So we're going to have to see what Lacey offense is going to do. Brick Memorial defense looking to hold up as they've been doing it all game. Brunati takes a snap, handoff. Looks like Jensen, he's going to break a couple tackles to the left side. He's going to keep fighting his way through, and he gains around 6 yards. And the strength of Tynan Jensen was able to just hold up more and more and get some more yards.
And the player that we have not mentioned enough today, Damian O'Loughlin Jr., number 56, pushed that pile, pushed Chai another 3 yards back, and this kid's a baller. He's been starting since his sophomore year. And he's always been one of the better kids in this class. He always got moved up because of his size and his skill. And he's always been a hard worker. He's always been a baller. Even when people catching up to him in size, he'll always make sure that he's fighting for that last whistle.
And of course, Damian O'Loughlin being big, but not only just him, but I mean even all the other guys on the line, like Christina, Joe Kalachik, all those guys. Padraig Banfield as well. Been big highlights to the Lions being able to push the ball downfield. Takes a snap again. It is Scotty Stevens. Break it through. He gets the first down, and Scotty Stevens breaks some more tackles up the middle.
Another guy in line, a guy we haven't mentioned at all, Mario Ramirez, number 60, a senior. He's been working since his freshman year. Always the hardest worker, always the first guy in, always the last guy out. And he's been pushing himself, and he earned the starting spot at guard. And he's been playing some really good football over the past 3 weeks.
And he looks pretty impressive today as he's been helping out the Lions tremendously throughout the running game all game today.
He's always been dedicated. He's always wanted to win, and I've always had the upright most respect for him.
So $1:30 left of this third quarter.
And they're back in the I formation.
It's 1st and 10. Brunati takes a snap, fakes the handoff left side. Brunati will chuck it downfield. The boat is caught it. What a catch by Micah Bode.
And he bobbles it and comes down with it. What a throw. What a catch by Michael Abode.
A fumbling catch by Micah Bode. He was on the ground. It was bobbling up and out of his arms, and he falls down and makes the grab. What a catch by Micah Bode.
Can you find it crazy?
Are you kidding me?
Can you find it crazy to believe that a year ago Michael Abode was competing for the starting quarterback spot, and now he's probably our most electric receiver?
We have seen plenty of plays throughout Micah Bode's varsity time in these past 3 weeks. And a couple of them where I have raised my voice for just of how electric and how incredible they were.
It's exciting to watch, and it's exciting for the future because this kid still has 1 more year left here, and it's honestly very, very impressive.
We saw some diving plays from him, and it was a very good throw by Brunati. It looked like it was going to get broken up as a handoff to Jensen up the middle. It looked like he only gets 3 yards out of it. It was a great throw by Brunati. Micah Bode was just a tiny bit tangled up on the coverage from the Brick Memorial defense, and then gets away from it. Has a hand on the ball, doesn't really get all of it, instead falls down, fumbles around his hands, and finally gets a good grab on it and secures it for a phenomenal catch.
And the offensive line, they gave him all day to throw. He could have stood there for 10 seconds and let that ball out. Incredible job by that offensive line.
The offensive line holding him up, and that's been another big key part for their scoring throughout this entire game. 20 seconds left of the third quarter.
Most likely will be the last play.
Could possibly be. In formation, Abode takes a snap, hands off Abode, left side. Abode's going to break through. Left side again, breaks through another tackle, goes up the middle. Abode, even more yardage at the 8-yard line, and a Micah Bode doing the work and making some noise with 3 seconds left of the quarter. Lions.
I'm just going to tell you straight up, this kid's a beast. This kid is an absolute animal. He can change the game in the change from a snap. And any play, he can break off something big, and that's exactly what he's been doing. And this Lacey team has a lot of playmakers, and he might be the most talented out of all of them, to be completely honest with you.
So that'll end the third quarter. It is 19-17 in favor of the Mustangs, with the Lions in a huge position out around the 8-yard line on nothing but phenomenalness by Micah Bode. And we have really seen nothing but their key guys so far on the offense, being Chase Granite, Ty Jensen, Micah Bode, and Scotty Stevens, and then a couple passes from Noah Brunati we've seen along.
And that's what we need to see. We need to see Noah air it out and move the ball in the field, and that's exactly what they're doing. That's exactly what they've been doing this third quarter. Their offense is on all cylinders right now, and they're white hot.
And Micah Bode to be able to find some holes to get through and try to break through for a touchdown. Instead, gets just knocked down and around the 8-yard line, and man, he's going to be impressive. So,
and it's a 1st and goal. Let's see if they can do what they have been failing to do, scoring at the 10-yard line. They failed to do it against Manchester. They failed to do it on the last drive. Let's see if they can punch in and really shift the momentum in this game.
So as the fourth quarter and the final quarter is just approaching, as a wild third quarter, as it was a field goal started by Jack Burrell, and then it was a touchdown by Akeem Barksdale, his third of the game, along with now a huge drive for Lacey is there in the red zone immediately.
No, Barksdale has been the sole reason, and along with MacArthur with his athleticism, he's the main reason why Brick is still into this game. But Lacey's defense hasn't played that shabby either. They've been containing, they've been doing what they have to do, and their offense, like I said, has been firing on all cylinders. And it's going to make for a pretty interesting fourth quarter of football.
So in the red zone at the 8-yard line, at the start of the fourth quarter, Lions looking to score, looking to take the lead right back from them. Brick Memorial defense looking to hold them up and look for some success against the Lions. We're just going to wait a few minutes to see what the refs are, but the third quarter was one of the best quarters we've seen this entire game. With
just action. This game has been an incredible game. Source Sports Network declared it the game of the week, and it has definitely been the game of the week so far. Whoever wins or loses, I think everyone's excited to watch a really good game of football.
So we have the Lions in formation. Brunati takes a snap, hands off Jensen, right side. Jensen's going to get a couple blocks. Jensen's going to break through, and he's going to get taken down for a gain of around 3 yards, possibly 4.
It looked like a possibly busted play, but Ty used his athleticism to cut him back in the field and get 3 yards. And like I said, second down, you have 3 more plays to punch the sucker in.
So it looks like he actually gained more than just that. It looked like he actually gained around 5 or 6 yards on that, as they're extremely close to the red zone, as we've already seen 2 rushing touchdowns from the Lions, as they'll look to do some more.
Could there be another Scotty fullback dive? There could be. There is.
Pass up the middle. It is Stevens. He is in for the touchdown. Scotty Stevens puts the Lions on top.
And a great play call, a great play, a great job by Scotty, great job that line pushing him forward. And that's going to put Lacey back in the lead.
Scotty Stevens bulldozing up the middle for his second touchdown of the game. It is now 23-19 in favor of the Lions, and it looks like
they're sending out the extra point team.
It looks like they'll have their extra point team out. No,
wait, are they? No, they're going for 2.
So it looks like they'll be going for 2 to give themselves now a 6-point lead. So the Lions having a huge drive downfield, being the star of it, being Micah Bode, and now Scotty Stevens scoring the touchdown.
I'll tell you, man, and great thing about this Lacey offense, they have so many weapons to move around, whether it's McClung, Roselle, Abode, Granite, Chase, Bernardi with his arm. This team, the sky really is the limit. They have too many weapons. And, of course, Scotty Stevens, who just scored his second touchdown. They're firing on all cylinders. If they get more consistent, this offense is going to be scary to watch for the next couple weeks.
So a 2-point conversion attempt for Lacey, as he has 2 receivers on his right, Tynan Jensen to his left, along with Matt McClung to his left as well. Jensen will take the snap. He'll flip it to Roselle. He throws it. It is McClung who it is Bernardi who gets it. Falls down in the end zone for the 2-point conversion. We just saw a nice Philly play. As it was Noah Brunati who falls down for the touchdown.
All right, now tell me it's just me. I knew right away when he was making communications to that line, that just brought back Foles, Trey Burton, and whoever got that just brought back Super Bowl 52, and that was an awesome play, and now it's a 6-point lead.
A 6-point lead for the Lions. That was a nice Philly play we just saw, as we can now call it a Lacey baby, or a Lions special. What a play by the Lions offense to get a touchdown rushing up the middle by Stevens, and now a 2-point conversion.
Great work by their offensive line, just making sure Bernardi had time to throw, giving Granite and Stevens and Jensen and time to move around.
It was a flip to Roselle to then right back to Jensen to his left side, who threw it to Brunati diving in the end zone.
Jensen, who some of you don't know, has had plenty of quarterback experience. He was a quarterback his freshman year and his sophomore year, and
it was a perfect throw too. It was Brunati getting held up by a defender and able to an impressive catch by Brunati.
Yeah, he had to dive down. That was not an easy catch in the slightest bit. He was covered and he outworked him.
You never see that by a quarterback on a beautiful catch.
Especially not at Lacey. You've seen 2 trick plays. That's more trick plays than I've seen in my life attending Lacey football games.
So a 25 to 19 point lead for Lacey.
Let's see what this defense can do. Let's see if they can put this game on locks, even though there's still more than enough time for Brick to go down and take back this lead.
As Brick Memorial looking to fight back and keep fighting until the clock winds down to 0. So it'll be Burrell on the kick. Nothing new right there. And here we go with the kick is up. This time it's a high kick to the right side.
And it's going to stay in bounds.
It is Jake LaRocca who gets it, and it'll be knocked out of bounds.
And that's not good for Lacey. It'll take Brick to the 35-yard line automatically.
So at the 35-yard line now it just rolled out of bounds. It was Mike LaRocca who's on the back end to receive that kick. Or Jake LaRocca, I apologize.
Now, what do you think Brick has to do to go down and score and take this lead back?
Well, we have seen their big names. We haven't really seen many throwing plays from them, so we're probably going to see a couple more of running offense on them and a couple play actions and maybe some jet sweeps along with Barksdale cutting across and then finding a hole to break through for yardage.
I know the jet sweep's been working better than anything has been working ever. Barksdale is running straight down their throats, and there's nothing this Lions defense can do to stop it.
So we could possibly see the same thing, because that's all, like the saying you said before, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And so far it hasn't broken anything for them. And takes a snap. MacArthur, he'll give it up the middle. Espinoza, who will get taken down.
And we have a sophomore in, number 76, Patrick Luca, good defensive lineman. He's always been a hard worker. And I guess Coach V wants to see what the young kid can do.
Mike Agranosa got the carry on that one. Roselle going to be coming off the field. So it is around 2nd and 5.
And always the marching band with their Sweet Caroline at the beginning of every 4th quarter. Something that I will miss very much.
So here is a play action again. Another handoff to Agranosa, who gets collapsed on the line. And a flag is on the field as we saw a helmet come off by one of the players who wasn't even a part of the play. So we'll have to see what the play was, or what the flag was. But we saw his helmet come off. It was number 76. I don't know if his helmet fell off. It was Evan Gillen on that one.
And looks like there might be an unnecessary roughness penalty on Lacey. Yep.
And yes.
Unnecessary roughness. So see, the coach is trying to make their points, but all in the while it's futile, and Brick's going to get an extra 15 yards, which is not good for Lacey.
So now that was what could have been a huge stop on 2nd down. Instead, now brings them all the way back to the Lions side of the ball, or Lions side of the field, and now it's a 1st down at around the 45-yard line. So the Lions, another penalty that could possibly hurt the Lions' chances.
Bend, don't break. That's what they always say. That's what Lacey has to do. Clock's ticking. They have to do what well, obviously not now, but there's not that much time left in this game, and they have to do something now.
10:33 to go on the 45-yard line. There's a couple controversy going on.
As number 76 comes back in after losing his helmet. That's
that is Evan
Gillen.
So along back on the field, Jason Jankowski along, running back on. As this offense looking to spark some more on the Lacey side of the field. As we've seen, once again, we've seen really nothing new between their plays with just handing off to Barksdale and Agranosa. It looks like it's Barksdale, 2 of them on the right side being them Barksdale, Janikowski on the left, Agranosa to the side of him.
They've been in the shotgun formation.
MacArthur takes a snap, fakes the handoff to
No, it was a keeper to MacArthur.
It was Barksdale, and then MacArthur breaks through up the middle And he's down on the field, and he's slow to get up, but this time he gets up with a couple grass stuck in his helmet.
Solid 9-yard gain. That's just going to
Keep pushing him upfield.
It's giving Brick a better chance to just tire out that Lacey defense and trying to punch it in.
So now with a 2nd and 1 at around the 37-yard line.
When you see that D-line step up big, Lachlan, Chadwick, and O'Connor, and Christina, they have to step up big now and try to seal this.
Brick Memorial's offense looking to run as smooth as possible. Another jet sweep we look like, but instead it's a handoff to Agranosu up the middle, who is getting a couple of bodies wrapped around him. I don't think he gained much on that play.
Gerard O'Connor just all over him. He was not letting him get past that.
As it looks like they didn't gain much from it. It looks like it's around 3rd and inches for Brick Memorial.
And coming into the game on the defensive side is Nick Povia, the really good offensive guard. Big boy, strong, fast. He played a little bit of defensive line last year, but he's been trying to stick to one side of the ball.
Switching out for him, Austin Chadwick.
As he plans to pursue a career playing college football at the offensive line. But he's been here for 4 years. He's always been the nicest kid, always been the hardest worker. And let's see what he can do on the side of the ball. I wouldn't want to go against him if I were them.
So a timeout called, as we heard. A couple timeouts called. As while their timeout on the field is called, we'll take our timeout. It is 25-19 in favor of Lacey with 8 minutes and 26 seconds left. This is WLTS TV. Keith O'Neill and Jake Morales. This is WLTS TV with 3rd and inches now for Brick Memorial as they are going to look to convert it. 2 receivers to the right, Agranosa behind him, Jankowski to the left. Tim Quackenboss on the right side as well. He just came into the game. Handoff up the middle. It is Agranosa. There's a flag on the field. As we'll see what the flag is. It looks like it was right on the line, so could possibly be a false start. It looks like they're pointing towards. It's on Brick Memorial, and that'll push them back 5 yards.
And that's just a killer. They thought they had a good first down. Now they have to work from the 3rd and medium and try to get past this angry defensive line.
So now that pushes them back to, actually that pushes them back 10 yards now instead. And they're back right to the 45-yard line. I apologize, it's 5 yards. I can't really see what's happening, but
now if I'm Brick Memorial, my thought is give the ball to Barksdale and give it to him now. Him and MacArthur have been the soul of this team, and we got to get the jet sweeps and try to get them outside.
As we've seen a lot of Barksdale with those jet sweeps, as he's been cutting across, getting the handoff, and then running straight up the middle.
And don't be surprised if you see another one right here.
So 3rd and medium.
As he breaks into motion. Oh, he's in the backfield.
And another timeout called. As back-to-back timeouts for us as we had a quick time on the air this time. WLTS TV. This is WLTS TV after our timeout as we are back on a third and medium play for Brick Memorial.
Got a third and medium here. Let's see what this defense can do.
So quick back-to-back timeouts. Snaps taken. MacArthur tried to go up the middle. He is going to get hung up and taken down, and a flag is on again on the field. We'll see who it's on. Nick Polvio was a part of that tackle, and MacArthur he's down, and he's holding his quad, it looks like.
No, he's good enough. He's good.
And he gets back up.
But it looks like the flag's the flag's on Brick from the crowd reaction.
So we'll have to see what the flag is on, which looks like they're pointing towards Brick. So we'll have to see what the play is. So a run up the middle for MacArthur that even if there was no flags on the field, I don't even think it could have gotten him past the first down marker. And it is on Brick Memorial, so that'll push him back some more yardage. And that's pushing them back a lot, just at the 50-yard line on the dot. So it is now 3rd and 15 for Brick Memorial. This is going to be a bit of an interesting.
And now they're just digging themselves into a bigger and bigger hole.
Bit of an interesting way for Brick Memorial to find their way out of this one. 3rd and long. Brick Memorial looking to convert it. Lacey defense looking to keep going and stopping it. MacArthur takes a snap, hands off Barksdale, right side. Barksdale breaks through a tackle. He's going to get taken down on a great tackle by Scotty Stevens.
Two touchdowns, big open field tackles, and now he's getting Lacey the ball back.
So Scotty Stevens, a big name on both the tackles and on the offensive side with 2 touchdowns. As like you just said, Jake, 2 touchdowns and a couple tackles, stopping wide open field tackles.
And now, yeah, this kid's just he's been all over the field today, whether it's running the ball or getting open field tackles. And Brooksdale, regardless of how great of an athlete he is getting stopped in open field, and there are some great open field tackles on him, which is very hard to do with an athlete like him.
So 4th down, it looks like the punt team is on for Brick Memorial. The kick is way up in the sky. It is going to be kicked out of bounds just around the 20 or the 30-yard line, possibly the 29. So Lacey with a huge stop on defense after a couple timeouts, they were finding their way out of this. As it was 3rd and inches at some point, and then it got knocked back to 3rd and long, and then a big stop on a big tackle against Barksdale by Scotty Stevens.
Now, if you're Lacey, you're looking to chew this clock away and go home with a W. So give that ball to Granite, give that ball to Jensen, and just keep chewing that clock.
6:44 to go left of this ball game. It is kind of a close one, as it's a 1-score game, a 25-19 in favor of Lacey.
Oh, no, yeah, it's still a very open game. Brick still has a very good chance at taking this game back. Let's just see what their defense can do. As they line up in the I formation yet again, only 1 receiver out this time.
So Brunati in formation.
We'll set to the line.
Takes a snap. Brunati flips it. Granite left side, gets a block from Stevens. Granite breaks away from a tackle and a stiff arm spin move, but Granite's not really able to get anywhere else after that one, and only gains about 1 or 2 yards. A nice little juke moves from Chase Granite as he was showing him off.
No, definitely the most impressive 2-yard gain you'll see. I don't know, like 3. And that's good. It's chewing the clock. It's keeping the ball away from Brick, keeping the ball away from Brooksdale, which is great.
So around
Barksdale, my bad.
Around 2 or 3 yards.
We got a 2nd and 7 here.
So Brunati in set.
Try getting him with the hard count. Didn't work this time.
Brunati has Hool in formation. Takes a snap. Hands it off directly to Stevens, who's going to try and break through up the middle and trying to push his backside towards them.
And that goes
but only gains
nowhere.
1 yard. And that's the strength of Stevens. That tried to get him away, just trying to push his way up there.
And now you don't really know what to do because you're at a 3rd and medium, and you don't want to give Brick the ball back, but you also don't want the clock to stop. So it all depends. If you want to do like a short rollout pass, make sure you stay in bounds, or do a toss play. Just make sure you try to keep them away from. Stay in bounds. Keep that clock.
As maybe if we want to see what we haven't really seen tremendously all game, is maybe Brunati tries to air it out, and we can see who he targets downfield. But
that's good. That's a smart play, but it's also very, very risky with the clock being where it's at.
So Brunati will roll out this side. He's going to look downfield, deep down, but he has to throw it away right there, and that will be a big defensive stop for Brick Memorial. They stopped a couple rushing attempts from Lacey, and then the stop a third down, possible third down conversion.
And that's unfortunate because it gives Brick right the ball back, and they're going to be in very good field position.
So the clock stops at 5 minutes and 2 seconds as Lacey will have to punt it away. Dominic Terracon being the punter. And in the backfield, a Key Barksdale.
Let's see if Terracon can pin them deep.
A long snap from D'Angelo's is a line drive punt. Stops at around the 40-yard line. It'll be taken out and tripped around.
And Liam Sanger with an open field tackle. Very good job on him.
Liam Sanger with a huge tackle, and that's the first time we talked about him today.
Yeah, one of the senior captains, very good safety, very good tackler, and he's a true baller, and he likes to give his heart out in this field, and he just made a very important open field tackle.
So now, as the ball stopped at the 40-yard line, it will stay at the 40-yard line on an incredible wide open field tackle by Liam Sanger. So at the 40-yard line with 4 minutes and 53 seconds left of this close Saturday afternoon game here in Lacey Township. And
do you say this lived up to game of the week?
I believe, as of now, I believe it is.
Absolutely.
Back and forth defense and offense going for both sides, and along with great plays from both sides too. I mean, 3 rushing touchdowns for Barksdale, and then we saw 3 rushing touchdowns for us. Two of them being for Stevens, and then another one being for Jensen. MacArthur will break through up the middle, and he will gain a first down.
And Stroin to make that tackle, but he still got the first.
So MacArthur gets through up the middle, gets past the 50-yard line at the Lions zone.
And I don't think they've gone deep because I think they know the speed of our defensive backs. They know that nothing's getting past Stroin, nothing's getting past Toby when it comes to deep balls. And I guess they're just running with their bread and butter and going with the jet sweeps and keeping them away from players like Stroin and Tobia.
But that has been both sides of the ball, as Barksdale and MacArthur running around all over the defense. Takes a snap, hands it off. Agrinosa instead it's going to be taken himself. MacArthur's going to break through up the middle. He'll slide down and get just the first down. He does get the first down, it looks like.
And he was a stumble away from tying this game back up.
He was. He had direct open middle field, wide open field up the middle, and instead gets taken down at around the 43-yard line.
You know, even though it's awesome to see some air raid football, some deep passes, it is nice to see the traditional ground and pound that you don't really see in college and the pros anymore. And it's great to see it happen here. Every player on this field is giving their full 100%, and it's an amazing football game that we've been seeing today.
Takes a snap, hands it off Barksdale left side, and get taken down by Jensen, his 5th tackle of the game. Tynan Jensen becoming a huge piece for the Lacey defense.
Oh, he's probably the best tackler on that field. He started Barksdale twice in open field again. Twice in the first half. He did it again in a much more crucial state, and that clock keeps ticking. Now it's 2nd and long for the Mustangs.
3 minutes and 30 seconds left of this ball game. We'd like to thank the WLTS crew for allowing us to be able to host this game and broadcast this game. Along Mac McMurran, we had Lily Vidal, Anthony Campanalonga, and Michael O'Sullivan.
Michael O'Sullivan, also congratulations to being announced homecoming court.
Hand off to Agrinosa up the middle. He will break through, and it looks like he possibly got the first down. It looks like he was just short a couple feet.
Things that Lacey have to look out for: watch out for that quarterback keeper, and watch out for that dive. Watch out for the leads.
We'd also like to thank everyone for watching today's beautiful Saturday afternoon game here in the Lions Den.
Indeed, everyone who's watching, you're watching a heck of a game, just along with the rest of us.
2 minutes and 40 seconds left, and a big spot for Brick Memorial. Fake handoff. MacArthur will flip it. It's a pass ball, but Barksdale's able to fall on top of it, so a very scary play right there for the Brick Memorial offense, as Barksdale just couldn't. It was a bit of an overthrow from MacArthur.
His first real mistake of the game.
As Barksdale just had to wail his arms up to see if he can try and get that one, but instead has to fall down on it, hoping to God that no Lacey defensive player can get there. So it is now 4th down midway.
Almost a fatal mistake, but they get one more shot here at 4th and 5, and let's see what they can do.
So this could possibly determine the game for Brick Memorial with
now
2 minutes coming down. We are at 2 minutes.
They put the Darrow on the field.
So this could possibly determine the game on 4th and 5.
And not before a timeout's called.
A timeout is called for Brick Memorial. as a wild fourth quarter left with a minute 51 to go. This is WLTS TV.
Remind the fans, the refreshment, Lions Dens refreshment stand is open for activity.
This is WLTS TV on a very close game here in the fourth quarter with a minute 50 to go.
This is game. Brick's out of timeouts. They don't get this. Lacey can kneel it down and go home with a W.
A minute and 50 seconds to go. A huge opportunity for Brick Memorial. Lacey defense looking to hold up as it was a timeout called on the field before to see if they can get their game plan. And another timeout.
This time it's by Lacey.
This time by Lacey. And, I mean, we go back right back into another timeout break. So WLTS TV with a $1.50 left on the clock of this game. This is WLTS TV after our timeout. Back-to-back timeouts as we had only a couple seconds to talk. So Lions defense looking to stop this possible fourth down conversion. Brick Memorial looking to convert it to keep this game going with a $1.50 left of this game.
Like I said, Keith, this was going to come down to the last play, and
is exactly what
clock's
happens.
ticking down. If they don't get this, it's
in
over with.
formation. It takes a snap. MacArthur looks outside, throws it, incomplete pass up the middle, and that is a huge stop for the Lacey defense as the ball looked like it was deflected away on a weak pass from MacArthur, and that could possibly.
That'll all but seal the deal up here. There's no timeouts for Brick. There's nothing they can do to stop the clock. All Noah has to do is kneel down a couple times, and Lacey can walk away knowing that they're 2-1.
So a minute and 48 seconds to go on a failed fourth down conversion. As it looks like Lacey's just going to do what they've been doing all game and just run the ball to see if they can wind down the clock, possibly.
And that Lacey defense, they started off rough with that big play, the two-play touchdown drive, but they bend, but they did not break, and they just ended the football game for the Lacey Lions.
A minute and 45 to go. Lacey back on offense. They lead this one by a score of 25-19. Bernardi will take the snap. He'll hand it off. Jensen up the middle. Jensen tries to almost gets the ball ripped out. He's still fighting his way up some more and gets the first down. He's still fighting some more. Tynan Jensen being an absolute monster on the field, just breaking through, bulldozing his way through a few bodies. Wow.
And I think if player of the game goes to anyone else besides Ty Jensen, I'd be surprised. Ty Jensen having the game of his life.
I mean, are you kidding me? He's been phenomenal. A touchdown, breaking through.
Several open field tackles on Barksdale.
And huge tackles, too. They're not little tackles. They were huge stops.
Open field against a guy who runs a 4.5, so.
And also threw a touchdown to Bernardi as well. So, technically, if you want to count it, two touchdowns for.
We got a little bit of everything. We got some defense. We got great defense, great offense, some trick plays. Got to see a little bit of the Philly.
So as we are just winding down to just almost about a minute left of this ball game, it's winding down to a minute 5 seconds.
They are lined up in victory formation, and Keith, I think it's safe to say that
Brunati takes the kneel.
And they still got one more before the clock runs out entirely.
55 seconds. They'll all be like dabbing themselves up and congratulating each other and saying a good game to each other real quick.
Amazing team effort, amazing team play. You really saw the leadership and bonding from this team, and both respectable efforts from both teams. Brick should have their heads held up high. They played till the very last whistle, and as they go next week to 0-3, which is very unfortunate, they look to bounce back and have a very good game.
Lions looking to be 2-1 as of now. It is looking like they are. As that'll be a second down. Looks like they'll be going for another kneel. The snap as Brunati will take the kneel, and that will do it for the Saturday afternoon incredible football game between the Lions and the Mustangs. Lions come out on top 25-19 in a beautiful afternoon for some football, and they do come out in the Lions' den. The big stars of this game that we saw, Ty Jensen and Chase Granite, Micah Boyd even being in that mix, along with the defense stepping up with
Scotty Stevens with 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, Scotty Stevens, and then a couple defensive plays with, once again, Ty Jensen and Scotty Stevens with the tackles. And the Lions holding up for the win, moving themselves to 2-1 and moving Brick Memorial to 0-3. So after a wild back and forth game for both sides, with Brick Memorial coming out on top, and then Lacey battling back and forth, getting the lead and securing it throughout the entire game. It was a wild game.
It was a wild game. It was a great game, great Saturday afternoon version of football, and I'm happy to see that the Lacey Lions came out with a dub.
So the Lions come out with the win, and a big win for them as it moves them to a positive record after starting off 0-1 against Manchester, puts them to 1-1 against Pinelands, and now 2-1 against the Mustangs. We thank every single person who came out here and watched. We also once again thank the WLTS crew for being able to put this game together. Mac McMurran, Lily Vidal, Anthony Campanalonga, Michael O'Sullivan, of course, Mr. Merman being a part of it. Me and Jake Morales would like to also thank you so much for being a part of this incredible day today. This was WLTS TV. Lions win 25-19. We are signing off for the day. Have a great weekend, everybody, and please enjoy yourselves.